Not Captain America.
I know what you're talking about.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah. All right, man. Welcome to the Geekset Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces. To the left of me is my man Lib. And always with me is my man Bacardi.
And look, my beard.
and Liv's beard is
the
back.
dude got bearded Lib.
So they're gonna let me speak today.
Today, though, we're gonna do a little bit something different. We wanted to give you guys an actual full review. So for those who are watching right now and those who are listening, this is a full spoiler review. So if you have not watched the movie yet and you don't want it to be spoiled, I'm letting you know now. Turn it off.
Right. We talking about Infinity War.
We're talking about Infinity War.
Because we dropping all types of shit.
We're dropping everything.
We don't
theories
care.
and everything. And then once you watch the movie, come back and play this.
Yes.
And then join into the conversation. But this is, again,
You should have watched it by now.
full spoilers.
You
You should have watched it.
You should have watched it by now.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think it was the biggest movie ever recorded.
Yeah.
Like, I think I just saw something vaguely on news that popped up on Apple News about it being. I think it blew BP out of the water for first day sales.
Possibly. I can see it.
It was definitely sold out. Like, I was lucky to find some seats. Like, I was very, very blessed to find
How
some
many
seats.
seats did you have to buy?
I waited till yesterday.
2.
Okay, see that's the thing is when you're trying to buy 2, that's where it gets the worst thing.
Yeah.
Because you got to get 2 of those. And
Rudy was ready to sacrifice his family relationship and all. Like, I will get only one to see
I
this.
was thinking about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I definitely was thinking about look. I mean, I had some people that they had some earlier, but we tried to get 2 more.
Yeah.
So it's like, look, so you definitely wanted to get some tickets early.
Yeah.
But if you didn't, like when I started looking at them, and when we realized we needed 2 more tickets, and we started looking, it was like, fam, it was a wrap.
It was a wrap.
It was
right?
a wrap. Like we went as a group, but it was like people way up front. People, it was just all over the place. We
Yeah.
had to get together.
So, I made the mistake and bought the 3D one too. I fucking hate 3D movies.
So you watched it in 3D?
Yeah.
How
You
was
don't
it?
like? I mean, I would.
I hate 3D movies. I hate 3D movies.
I like
do
the
too.
IMAX 3D. Like when they give you the bigger screen.
I hate the last movie I saw in 3D was the Avatar, and though it
Man,
looked
that was a long
Airbender?
no
Or Avatar.
James
Avatar.
Cameron's
Okay.
Avatar.
That was a long time ago.
And though like visually looked it well, I
don't like them either, dude, because sometimes it gives you double vision if it doesn't line up right. So half the movie I watched it like this with one eye open because then you could see it.
right.
I just don't like
up
it in
3D.
action movies, like the animated, Caroline. Me and my daughter's favorite movie is Caroline in 3D, and that looks really.
But that's
really good.
it's animated. It
Right.
looked dope. Anyways, I'm going back on Tuesday next week to watch it.
You got to. I mean, I've seen. How many times have you seen Black Panther?
I saw it twice, so I'm
I
definitely.
only seen it once.
I'm definitely gonna give it.
I did it 3 times.
I was going for a third, but
saw
I
it
didn't
3
make it to the
times.
third one. But I'm definitely gonna try to get.
I am definitely going to put it in my Voodoo collection, though.
Yeah.
Once it comes out, I'll buy it and stick it on my Voodoo. Y'all use Voodoo? You know what Voodoo is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, basically.
I know what it
it's
is, but I haven't used it.
It's
yet.
my online. It's just my online digital library of movies. I just buy it and
You just up, yeah. It's kind of
And then I can just watch it anywhere, yeah.
I like that. It's pretty much what they was trying to do with There was another software. Microsoft actually had a software like that. With Cody ended up turning into.
Yeah. All right. So quickie review. Let's do a quick review. What you say? What,
I mean,
1 through 10, and how you and where you at with it?
1 through 10. All
Yeah,
right,
1 through 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9. And the only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because of the choice of the people that died.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I give it a 9.9, and the only reason it's not getting that one little digit is because how the fuck is Black Widow so goddamn strong?
I'm here for the Black Widow beastiness, bro.
I am not with this regular ass human. Even in Justice League, Batman knew his role. And Black Widow out there like she really an enhanced human.
I'm giving it a 9 as well. And the only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is it's a few things, nothing major. Just a couple of things that I'm like, and then I don't the end scene credit. I still have a lot of questions. So
yeah, I mean, I think it definitely surpassed all of my expectations. Like, it definitely went far and beyond. Like from the beginning to the end. Like I had to use the bathroom, and I was like, I'm just gonna sacrifice.
Bro, me
this.
too. I may or may not have peed on myself.
like you kept trying to think like, oh, this thing might be a quiet moment right here.
But there was no quiet moment.
So the fact that it kept me in my seat, that's like Black Panther did the same thing. Like I didn't want to leave in certain moments of Black Panther. So I think they are on the ball right now.
Oh
like,
yeah, they
Black
definitely
Panther,
are. Well, here's the thing. The one thing that always was like, which didn't give like a lot of those Marvel movies a perfect score or up to close perfect score, is the villains. The villains that a lot of the times that's where Marvel was that was their least point sometimes.
Well,
with their
I was super disappointed with Age of Ultron. Like, I was so
yeah.
disappointed.
You know, and even in Captain America when they made fucking what's the name of fucking actor, the Mandarin.
Oh yeah,
that was Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3.
And that was absolutely terrible.
That's the thing. Like that's what was always their flaw. So then in Black Panther, when they introduced Killmonger, he was such a well-rounded villain, and then Thanos was such a fucking well-rounded villain. It's like now, it's like because like you already got us with the heroes and the stories.
Yeah.
It's just now we just got to make sure we get our villains, and the fact that Loki was the best villain in the Marvel universe for the longest.
Yeah, he was. Hela is up there.
Hela was great. Hela can't fuck shit up.
The Dark Elves, I did not like it. The Frost Giants, I did not like it either. Matter of fact, I didn't really care for those 2 Thor movies. Thor Ragnarok was great.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it. They finally
gave
Thor his justice.
Yeah.
Captain America, like you said, I mean, not Captain America. Whatchamacallit. Captain America, hands down, had the best villains.
Yes.
So
you think Captain America did?
Well, because Winter Soldier was
Winter Soldier
was fucking legit.
It's the Russo brothers. They just did this Avengers movie, and they fucking knocked those movies out of the park, dude. They always do so great with the dynamic between the superhero and the villain. And Winter Soldier, even though he's not a bad dude, it was so convincing. It was great. Civil War. I mean, Black Panther technically was kind of like an enemy in there, and even was Tony Stark. Yeah. He did such a great. They did such a great job.
And in Hydra, like the whole Hydra that they built. Hydra was fucking like, you was like, dog, these niggas is fucking shit up.
Like and I'm saying like the Hydra, like and that was like underlining too. Then when the Hydra really formed, like when you start seeing it out there, like damn, this shit is.
Red Skull was hands down the weakest out of all of them, but
he still was good.
Still, Captain America, the first one, is still to me is still a really
out of all
the Captain movies.
Oh, Captain movies. Because I'm about to say Iron Man 3. What's old boy the fire dude? He was trash.
Mandarin was trash, and so was fucking Whiplash. Like, why would they use Whiplash? Like, I'm glad they gave Rourke some fucking a movie at least. Like, I love dude.
They gave him the whole
Whiplash,
movie. They gave him the whole movie.
Why would they why Whiplash?
Yeah, that was
out of all Iron Man movies. They could have kept the Mandarin, and they could have even probably brought back Fing Fang Foom and touched on the fucking the rings at some point.
They could have done a lot.
Like they could have done a lot with that, and no, they fucking decided to use Whiplash. Nobody gives a fucking flying fuck about it.
It was alright.
He was trash, bro.
He definitely was trash.
At the race park, at the race show, whiplashing motherfucking cars. Get the fuck out of here! I was so mad at
that whole shit about how he was like with the bird. Like,
the bird.
The bird? Like, get the fuck out of here! I don't know why Rotten Tomatoes gives it such a good rating.
Do it? It got a good rating?
Yeah, it's like 85%.
What? From critics or
yes,
users?
I think from critics. I gotta double check. I saw a list.
I think
of Rotten Tomatoes.
It got to be because of Mickey Rourke, because it was like that was his time to shine too. Like that was his moment.
Yeah. Right, and he ain't been seen since.
Yeah, that was. It was a really bad Whiplash.
And when we think about dude, all we think about is the wrestler. So it don't even matter.
Yeah.
Nobody think about Whiplash at all.
Hell no. Like, I don't even think he liked that. I think he's been on record saying he fucking disliked it. So
he had to. I really hope he did.
Yeah, because I was disappointed.
So let's go at it a little bit backwards, because I know we got a lot that we like about it. Let's start off with what are some things that you didn't like about.
Well, I mean, like I said, the only thing I really didn't like is the choices, like, which was amazing, because that's what I'm saying. Like we was talking about, everybody had a fake script, and no one knew who was really gonna get wiped. In the end. So that was for me, like just when he snapped the finger and you just knew everybody finna start vanishing. Like that was pretty much the moment. Like, all right, now it's the real moment. Who finna last?
Right.
Fam, like I said, when they snatched up Spider-Man, I was about to cry. I was about to real life cry.
that was super emotional. Like
the way they played the scene, I was like, fam, even though it was random, he had to still know. Like that was too much emotion. Like, bro, you gotta know you was gonna die here. Like I feel like some people they knew they were.
Maybe they told him he was hurt.
No, so
and that Tony was if they gave him a fake script, probably he was probably hurt, and Tony did something to help.
What they probably did was they probably shot everybody. They probably had everybody shoot a scene that they died,
just like they did in Walking Dead.
Yep. So that way nobody knows who dies. And we said we're gonna choose whose scene we're gonna use for death, but. So because I'm like, there's no other way that you can think. So like everybody probably had a death scene. And then
I can see that.
Because see, that's what really gets me, and what's really dope about the movie and the things that they've done so far. They made everybody think that somebody super duper important was going to die. Now, technically, everybody, the people did die, but I feel like old boy that played Captain America really thought that he was done because he was going on like a tour, like, yo, this is my last one. Like he was very vocal about this is my last one. You ain't gonna see me no more.
And they definitely didn't kill him. He got slept. He definitely got slept, but he didn't get killed. So I mean, and that's what was really crazy because it was like the people that from even like in the comic book version of them, the people that you thought was gonna die didn't really die, and it was like they took a lot of people out of the new class that we were talking about thinking was gonna come into the second movie.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of threw me off. I'm like, man, I was figuring, like, we was all talking about Black Panther was gonna pretty much probably run the new Avengers while doing this little thing and put everybody together, and they snatched dude up. I'm like, fam, what?
Right.
Like, after he just like bringing so much money,
right?
You could have literally just put the dude as a role as a lead. Like money would have been bananas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so like to see. I mean, that's what I said. They said he was at the premiere and was shocked. Like when he like no they or whatever. No they didn't.
Yeah.
Like, when he really
he said he was embarrassed.
He
said he vocally stood up like, oh no they didn't.
Because he was like the strength of the Black Panther is no more.
Right. Like, so I mean that's wild. So that's
and Baku over there's done.
Yeah. God, I ain't gonna lie. When M'Baku came in and I heard my side, I was like, nigga. Hey, I fuck with M'Baku so much,
on the real, dog.
M'Baku, my nigga,
they made him a great character compared to what he is in the comic books.
I fuck with M'Baku so much,
they're making him a great.
They gave him. I'm glad they snatched out Get Out fam. Dude with in there.
Oh yeah, dog. I'm glad he done.
Yeah,
I'm glad, bro.
I love him, but he was a really old ass. He was old ass nigga in the movie,
bro. He looks shady as a bitch, bro.
What kind of jail?
The darkest nigga is always the shadiest one. You know this. I mean, look at that 3-6 Mafia. Crunchy Black. Come on now, like they had to get Dog out of there. They had to get Dog out.
I'm like he could have vanished. Like you could have just got rid of. But they was like, fam, ain't he Michonne's boyfriend?
I don't think no more, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, she was done with Dog after she seen Bill go with Kill.
She probably went in Baku now.
You ain't rubbing this ball head no more.
She was big bad about that.
She probably getting that in Baku now.
She's getting that in Baku.
What about you, Lil? What's some things that you did?
Three things, and I'm touching it real quick, and it's just personal preference. For one, I loved Ebony Maw. I thought his fucking character was so dope. I hated how they took him out so quickly. They pulled the alien thing on him.
It wasn't that quick, but
it was just he looked like a character that was gonna most likely last, but then they just took him out.
Because
he was definitely the strongest of all of them.
Well, because and also they kept on doing the play on the pop culture with Spider-Man. Like I get it, I get why they did that shit. They were with the whole alien thing.
I wasn't too much with that.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing was, my gripe with Black Widow being so goddamn strong, fighting Proxima Midnight and motherfucking, I don't know if she put on Carver's grave. Like, how is this even fucking possible? Like, maybe they like motherfuckers struggle with them, but yet what suit? Like she ain't Iron Man ain't even blessed her with that.
She hasn't been blessed with
She has stun guns for weapons, for Christ's sake.
Hey man, look, I'm all for the Black Widow whooping ass, bro. She just beastie with the hands.
Maybe that's why. Maybe
just beastie with the hands.
Maybe the hits just caught him off guard, so that's why they was like, damn, this motherfucker really hit me. Like you got that close, like.
Dog,
she's super fast. She got the fast reflex.
I was so disappointed in that. And then my third gripe was, man, motherfuckers still don't get justice. The first one that had to go was motherfucking Black Panther. Like, couldn't y'all done like somebody else first?
Loki was the first one to go.
No, I mean like when the universe left.
And that's what made it crazy because the snap came and it went straight to Wakanda. Like,
right. It went straight to motherfucking it was straight to motherfucking DP. And he was done.
I didn't even think about that.
Like first of all, how y'all give motherfuckers one of the greatest movies ever, and then just like that, haha, we could take it away from you. Come here, and just it set us back another 10 years. Damn. First it was like Rhodey, he falling and breaking his back. We thought he was never going to come back.
So you saying that's the white privilege snap?
That was.
That's the white privilege snap.
Thanos is
way too much money, nigga. Way too much money.
Thanos is definitely Caucasian as fuck. Like, for a little bit, I thought bro was mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right, he might be mixed. You know?
Niggas say, y'all got a nigga making money like this? Way too much.
We need to put an end to this. Snap. Dog just left.
When he came to Earth, like, whoa. Man came to Earth like, whoa. Y'all don't know about this nigga in Africa?
Thanos came to Earth like, nah.
The balance is way off in this moment.
Last time I was on Earth, white was ruling. What the fuck happened?
The balance is way the fuck
what the fuck happened?
You gonna keep running this shit. He got it.
I'm gonna make sure. Random my ass. I'm gonna randomly snatch out of
White privilege snap.
White privilege snap. Thanos said the white privilege snap. That is.
I did not think I forgot about that. It definitely was straight to Wakanda, man.
It was straight to Black Panther. He was like,
shit.
be straight to the Black Panther's God, no! And then he just disappeared, dog. And then what's Michonne's name in the movie? I don't ever remember.
It's one of the guards.
I can't remember
the real guards name, but I mean she's.
It's slipping my mind right now. I knew it because I knew I was calling.
Man, she was so shocked, bro. I felt so bad for her.
She
didn't know what to do. She was real life.
Remember, her thing is like even in Black Panther,
serving the king.
Because remember she was serving Killmonger. She told
She was big mad though.
She told Shuri, she was like, you want me to leave this? No, this is what I do, no matter who the king is. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she contradicted herself anyway.
After that, that's because he disrespected.
Yeah, the whole kingdom.
But she seen that. She
not
knew
the
that.
kingdom. He disrespected their royal gardeners too. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have this protection agency, but then if you diss the protection agency, at that point you're like, oh.
But she knew that was coming though.
I
think she just wanted to play it out. She like I'm
either that or it was part of her plan. I'm gonna stay close.
Loyal.
I'm gonna stay close and still stay loyal to T'Challa, and you know we'll work.
But she was definitely just as shocked as all black people who saw Black Panther get disappeared.
Oh yeah.
In the movie, she was just like, nigga,
bro,
really?
I swear to God, bro, the motherfucker next to me was like, oh no! Like, as soon as he seen me disappear, he was like, oh no, why him? Like, I looked over, I just started dying, dog. I was like, he is so shocked. I was like, he is so shocked.
It was just quiet in the theater. Like, when that snapped and everybody started,
it got
quiet.
super quiet.
It really was a disbelief.
I had that one loud motherfucker in there. I had that one loud motherfucker.
Because it was the choice of people. That's what really got people. That's what really got everybody like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like if they would have got like Scarlet Witch and then like fucking War Machine and Falcon, like it would have been just like that. People
they really took some of the best or most like we were waiting for these people. You know what I'm saying? Like
they took damn near all the fucking. They took all of the Guardians.
Right.
The only one they left was fucking Rocket.
They didn't take everybody. Root did leave.
Yep, they only took Rocket.
That's wild, dude. Yeah.
And so my only gripes is, and maybe Lib is gonna educate me during this today, is I don't see what the fuck Captain Marvel is gonna bring that everybody else didn't already do. I haven't read up on Captain Marvel. I haven't read up on Captain Marvel, so I don't know why she is the Hail Mary card.
Because Captain Marvel, all right, Captain Marvel is one of the strongest beings in the universe. All right, the moniker of the Captain Marvel gets passed along to whoever seems worthy, kind of like Green Lantern. Mm-hmm. You know how Green Lantern, you know they the ring gets passed on to whoever is worthy. Yep. And shit like that. So that's kind of like what Captain Marvel is. She is extremely strong. She is.
So it's like an alien.
Like the strength.
She is a human. This one, Brie Olsen is playing.
But now, okay, so the little bit that I did read up, I thought she had alien blood in her or alien DNA in her.
You know, I don't know how they're gonna do it in the movie.
They're gonna call it the Kree or some shit like that.
Carol Danvers is from what I've understand, and I might be wrong. Who knows? But she is just an Earthling,
right? It's an Earthling, and then she get alien.
She could maybe she was in. Maybe she had because maybe she was an Inhuman because Inhumans exist on Earth. But I don't know. I don't know too much on Carol. I just know vaguely, just reading books. But she was just a super dope pilot, and she ended up running, coming across this crash, and it ended up being Captain Marvel, and he was dying, and he was like, I seen you worthy. Kind of just like the same story as what Green Lantern.
Well, so here's
they gave her the moniker.
From what I read, and that's why I'm wondering what storyline they're going to follow. Because from what I read, like I said, same thing. She was a pilot.
They're going to still follow. They're still following that.
She came across the crash, but then the one the where I read was it was an alien crash. So it was an alien, and then
because Captain Marvel is an alien.
Yep, and then it infused. So she's a human, but her DNA has been infused with alien. But Captain Marvel she's a Kree.
So she's a Kree. She is a Kree hybrid.
Yeah,
how
Kree hybrid,
That's
what I read about. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. But then I'm like, all right. So how strong is the fucking Kree? Because so this is what's gonna piss off everybody. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Ant-Man and is the Ant-Man movie that's coming out, Ant-Man and Wasp. And this is what happened before Infinity War.
Yeah.
So Ant-Man's not going to tell us anything. Captain Marvel is what happened before Iron Man.
It's in the 90s.
Yeah. So we're not going. So that's not going.
So these are just really some more origin stuff.
Yeah. Nick Fury's going to be in it heavily. It's good because her and Nick Fury has the good relationship. Like that's why why he hit her up. So it's going to explain, and he's going to have both eyes. So it's going. They're going to.
So it's that far back.
Yeah, it's that far back. It's going to pretty much tell how he lost his eyes.
Oh, so it's pretty much it's like it's in which I was saying like because we DC has Wonder Woman. So Miss Marvel is going to be pretty much our Wonder Woman.
But she pretty much, that's pretty much
the thing that I think is going to piss everybody off is that we're not going to get anything about Infinity Wars until 2020. Because
when is the next one coming out?
Because Miss Marvel come out in 2019. Ant-Man and Wasp come out in a couple of months.
I think they still haven't announced more though.
Okay, so she becomes part Kree after she fuses to become.
Yeah, see, that's what I read.
Human,
So that would mean that Captain Marvel, the man version was
Marvel.
Captain Marvel,
was
he's an alien.
Yeah.
He's an alien.
So I mean, but that's still like I mean, even with Rudy's saying that would make him stronger. That would make the Kree stronger than Thanos.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, because we still believe in. I mean, I still believe.
Captain Marvel.
What is Captain Marvel's powers? I guess.
Basically, I mean, the only way that I can explain it is kind of like like a Superman.
Yeah.
That's the only way that I can explain it. Kind of like a Superman because she has enhanced strength. She can shoot energy. It's almost unlimited to what she can do.
I fucking hate Superman because I feel like they get like I said he white privilege, but and they always say Superman versus Thor. So is that saying that Captain Marvel is that saying Superman's stronger than Thor? If she has the same power as Superman and she is
I don't think she's
going
to play that big of a role though.
No, she is.
She has to.
As the one that defeats Thanos,
she has to. Nick Fury, that was the Hail Mary. He hit it like oh shit.
Yeah, that's where.
But I believe that it's going to still be a team effort. Like it's not going to be a movie just her against Thanos.
But it might not be because if it follows along Infinity Gauntlet, Nebula is playing a huge role. She's going to be the one stealing the Infinity Gauntlet. I sincerely feel that Captain Marvel is taking over Adam Warlock's role. I think she's taking because in the comics it was Adam Warlock, Pit Patrol, and Nebula. You know what I mean. Some of the other.
I wish we would have got Warlock instead. I'm not gonna lie.
I would prefer Warlock, but they fucked that up with Guardians of the Galaxy and him being shown at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy.
They could have still. I
think he's going.
But remember that they didn't that race made him to fight to go against the actual Guardians.
Yeah. So, here's what I think it's gonna be, and it's gonna be done way better. It's like how Justice League was, where Superman finally came and then he did that last fight. Even though it was still a team effort, but he was the one that had to put the hands on him. Yeah, I think that's how it's gonna be. Captain Marvel.
We still got a lot of people.
It's gonna still be a team effort because. They didn't because if I'm not mistaken, what's big dude, Thanos big guy and the chick, they didn't die. Oh no, yes he did.
Corbin,
yeah, he did. Fucking, he ran him across the border.
Black Dwarf.
Yeah, he ran him across the border and blew him up. So no, I don't know. So
that's what I'm saying. Like they wiped out everybody.
Who else Thanos got to be on the side?
There was still, and I don't know if they're going to include him, but there was one more that they didn't include. Supergiant was. But I don't think Thanos is going to care. I'm telling you.
Who else do we? But in the comics, he aligned himself with some other people. Who else do he align himself with?
He aligned himself with Adam Warlock.
So maybe that's how they bring Warlock in.
No, they're not going to do it because Guardians of the Galaxy won't come out until after this next Avengers movie. Remember, everybody's dead.
Yeah, everybody's dead now, so you can't even get a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and this movie picked up where Guardians left off.
That's true.
Remember that? Because
he landed on the
with the
he landed on the ship. Thor landed on the ship.
He landed on the ship.
It picked up where Thor left off then.
And where Guardians
left off. Where both of them left off.
Because Thor gets picked up by that ship at the end of I think it was either Ragnarok. Thor or Guardians.
No, it was Ragnarok.
It was Ragnarok. Yeah, so then
Ragnarok.
it was Ragnarok. So I don't think Thanos. Okay, so Thanos is done doing what he's doing. He already completed his mission.
I don't think we're gonna get
wipe
Thanos
out half the universe. We're gonna get Thanos back, but Thanos isn't gonna be out here fucking killing everybody. But Thanos goes and retires.
Why are we gonna get Thanos back then? If Thanos has reached his mission, what will make him come back?
They need to get the Infinity Gauntlet to reverse everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I know they need to get it. But what would make Thanos? They don't know where Thanos is at right now.
No, but with Captain Marvel, she is a protector of the galaxy.
You're right.
She's a protector of the galaxy.
Right,
She's not, you know what I'm saying? She'll be able to tell. She'll be able to find out. So they're gonna run up on Thanos. Thanos is gonna be retired and shit. He'd probably be farming like he was in the
like I said, at the end, like I said, that in the end of the comic,
chilling, like
they showed him
and
that's what he said. And that right there is a straight callback to the comic book. Because at the end of that arc, when he does complete his mission, he sits down and he looks at his oasis that he made.
Yeah.
But see,
he told Tony, he was like, after I'm done, I'm gonna go sit and watch the sunset on a worthy planet. That's exactly what that motherfucker did. Exactly. Now Thanos such a thug, bro.
So let's get into Thanos, man. Thanos.
I do got another gripe though, real quick.
Oh,
Silver Surfer wasn't in the movie.
I think he's going to come in the next one.
But we saw him in the credits. He's in the IMDb of this movie.
But that can be edited by anybody for one. So I'm not putting my eggs into that basket. But if he does come, he does play a part in Infinity War, and Carol might know of this because this is what happens. Thanos gets bored after he kills half the universe, and he starts fighting motherfuckers like what's his name, Galactus, the Watcher, shit like that. So it might be that also, Thanos fights Galactus,
and also remember the IDMB that's made when the movie before the cut. That's made that anybody that was involved with it. Yeah. So the extended cut, there may have been a scene that he was in because you got to remember some of the most powerfulest things in there, like the Infinity Gauntlet, Silver Surfer's board. Like these are all things that are considered the most powerful things in the universe. Like there's a couple of other shit.
Keep in mind too, this movie is coming out next year at the same time, meaning they've already probably recorded more.
I think
I thought Avengers wasn't coming out to 2020.
They said it's coming out
because I know
the next year following.
Miss Marvel come out in 2019.
2019. I swear we'll look it up because I swear I read that it's a year apart.
So, then that because I thought we
had 2 years.
I thought it was
because I thought we were gonna get another year of like just because I feel like we're still gonna get more movies.
We got Ant-Man because right now
it's Miss Marvel.
It's Ant-Man and Wasp, Miss Marvel, and then Deadpool is not a part of it, so that's why we can't even.
Was this Avengers 4?
2.
No, we've had 2 Avengers movies.
This would be 4.
This would be 4.
The one that's coming up.
No, this would be 3 because it's Avengers and Avengers Civil War. Then this would be
no. Civil War is not Avengers. That's Captain America. It's Avengers. It's Age of Ultron, and then now it's this one.
Yes,
yeah, because I could have swore that they were going to release the 4th. See, this is crazy too because Avengers Infinity War, Captain Marvel for Avengers 4, first look at Brie Larson, which means they've already filmed this.
Well, they're filming.
So it could be that it'll come out next year because remember they're wrapping.
I know they're filming.
I
know they're filming it. I know they're filming it now for sure. But I thought that they wasn't putting it out until 2020.
But the fact that Miss Marvel and all of them are really more origin movies. Anyway, we need to have somebody in between. Somebody has a movie that has to still connect.
But who will? Here. Because you got to think they got rid of Spider-Man, so they can't do it in between. They got rid of Black Panther, so they can't do the in between for Black Panther 2. Like, who would they do?
I mean, only thing I can think of is if they got some way of adding is either going to be. I know we're not getting any more Captain America and Iron Man movies.
Well, the one thing that we can get,
Nick Fury's gone.
Well, so here's what I'm wondering, and I wonder how they're going to do it. So remember when I was at last podcast, I was telling you guys about
May
3rd, 2019,
okay.
Avengers 4.
Right. So remember last year I was telling you guys about not last year, last podcast I was telling you guys about what's the name's Ronin costume. Hawkeye's.
Right.
Ronin, where he becomes an assassin. And that was nowhere to be said. And
They didn't mention him.
They mentioned him. They said that he took a break for family stuff and everything like that.
Well, he was doing that stupid tag movie too. He's got a movie.
I mean, I know that, but I'm just saying storyline wise.
Yeah.
They said
a stupid tag.
Yeah,
where they play.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
But storyline wise, they said he was dealing with some family stuff. But there was set photos of him in his Ronin assassin outfit.
I'm telling you,
and that was not in this movie.
I know because I'm pretty sure they've already recorded the next movie.
Well, see, and that's why.
I'm pretty sure.
To me, that's the only reason that what pissed me off about that is that means that he's going to play a major role in that, and I believe Hawkeye is the weakest Avenger out of all Avengers. I fucking hate Hawkeye.
I don't respect Hawkeye.
But motherfucking Black Widow can run around with stun gun sticks.
No, I believe Black Widow
and you believe in her, right?
I believe Black Widow will whoop Hawkeye's ass, bro.
At least Hawkeye actually has a superhuman power,
no, he don't.
Which is accuracy. Yes, it is.
That's not superhuman.
That is his superhuman power.
He's just very accurate.
Literally. I don't know if they translate that into the Marvel universe, but he is a superhuman.
No, he's not.
He is.
He has not been enhanced by any superpowers.
I thought he was just a trained marksman. He's a marksman.
He's just a trained marksman.
His ability has always been perfect hits.
Yeah, but that's not superhuman.
And it was super. Then explain Bullseye. Bullseye is a superhuman.
Green Arrow say the same thing. They try to do the Green Arrow. Green Arrow. Hawkeye is exactly the same.
They're just good marksmen.
They've always presented it as a good
marksman.
The only difference that they gave Hawkeye is he is really a regular dude. Like Green Arrow.
Dog, man, y'all can't shit on Hawkeye like this.
I hate Hawkeye.
Matter of fact, he had some of the best comic book runs in the last 5 years. You know, the 4th issue Hawkeye, where he was grimy as fuck and he was just murdering folks. One of the best 4-part series that I've ever read.
I think we had this discussion. Maybe was that this episode that he wasn't on?
Possibly.
Yeah, because y'all was that's it. Y'all now I remember what I wanted to talk about. Y'all was hating on Hawkeye. No.
Hawkeye is definitely great.
You know what kills me is
he got bow and arrow.
Wait,
what kills me is
no. What kills me is how much you like Hawkeye, but you shit on Batman.
I was just about to say this motherfucker shits on Hawkeye, but loves Batman.
Batman was way better than Hawkeye, bro.
Because he rich and he privileged.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He rich and he privileged.
That's what I'm saying. The difference between Green Arrow and Hawkeye is that Green Arrow actually still rich too. And
Hawkeye maybe could have grown up in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Hawkeye's
maybe
a regular dude.
Maybe.
Apparently he gonna give him superhuman strength because he can shoot some barrel and arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Get this man a crossbow. I think him to update. You know what I'm saying? Get out of the bow and arrow. Get a pistol.
But so let's get into Thanos. Let's deepen because I know Ron like you said his resolve is so fucking dope.
Yeah, I mean his resolve. I mean so from the beginning though, like just in general talking about Thanos when the opening scene when he bitched up. Well, not bitched up, but bitched up Hulk.
The Hulk.
Like, I mean, Hulk was ready. Like, Loki had a setup.
Bro, because Hulk
got the Hulk.
Hulk was like, nobody ever gets me. I'm about to run this shit.
Hey, Loki was waiting to drop that line because they dropped that on him. He was waiting on that.
Got a Hulk. He was so happy to say that we got a Hulk. And, I didn't realize how strong Thanos was until seeing him I thought he was getting mollywopped by Hulk. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was really getting
I knew. I was like, dog. I was like, bro, he's smart.
Lift him up, slam him on his
He put so much hands on the Hulk. And I feel like to put Thanos in that position in the beginning of the movie to let you know, like they took out the strongest person in the Avengers.
And at that time, he only had one Infinity Stone. Yes. So you couldn't even blame it on. You couldn't even say he was enhanced because of the Infinity Stone.
Well, he had the Power Stone.
I mean, still.
But I mean, I don't think the Power Stone will still be. I think, and that's why even for the fact that Hulk bitched up, I feel like Hulk just never got hit that hard before.
No,
like you know what I'm saying. Like Liv was saying that how Hulk really is. Like that matter he gets.
He ain't never. Yeah.
But he got shocked.
Nigga, on the real.
He wasn't mad no more. He was confused. Like this nigga.
He was like, hold on. He was like, bro, he just treated me like not even a Hulk monster stoop. You know, it was my luck that they stopped me. So it was like Thanos.
I think he just wasn't mad. Like that's why he couldn't beat Thanos. He's like, fam, I'm just not mad.
I'm shocked.
No,
he was like, no.
Right.
Oh yeah.
No.
That nigga was not coming to
He
any
was
of the
like,
fights
I am
after that.
not coming out.
Sure.
I ain't about to get my ass beat again. Y'all disgraced me in 10 years.
He had a true
I ain't
moment.
never lost a fight.
Y'all not finna use me.
On the real, dog. On the real.
Yeah.
He was like, y'all no. He's like, nope, I'm out of this shit.
Yeah.
Which is funny because what's cool though now is that what that brings to the table is the relationship between Banner and Hulk. Remember, Banner hasn't really been able to control Hulk.
Nope.
Now he knows that he can call into him, and it's putting it out there that it's two separate entities. So now what they can do is expand further.
Yep.
Give the Banner and Hulk relationship.
Yeah.
Banner Hulk can be a little bit more controlled now, and now he can summon him when he wants to.
Yeah.
Just like
I mean, I feel
so
like
I thought that I was like, okay, Hulk ain't coming out, but at least now you know
we
it's
get
a little
that
bit
step.
more development instead of random Hulk appearances.
right, which I was hoping for, because I do hope we get a Hulk movie. I really want to.
And it's not gonna happen.
I mean,
Marvel doesn't even own Hulk.
Who owns him?
I don't remember who owns him, but Marvel
Is it
still
Fox?
doesn't own Hulk.
No,
Who
Fox never owned Hulk.
No, who? Sony was it? The Sony
Nope.
who did the last Hulk movies?
I'm gonna look right now.
I forgot.
I'm about to look right now, but Marvel doesn't.
But while you're looking that up, the one thing that the whole backstory and like all the dialogue they gave fucking Thanos.
Yeah, like
I think that's what made him such a great villain, because like I said, you know, we had Killmonger who up the level of like the reasons why you were and the whole story.
It's Universal.
Universal. Okay.
Universal.
Yep. And so this right here, they took it to another level with it. They made Thanos like. Thanos had to be the focal point of this movie. We spent 10 years waiting for Thanos
He's
to
been
come.
disappearing.
Right.
You know what
So
I'm
we
saying?
spent 10 years. So like they couldn't have him just be just an extra villain.
They couldn't do
he
it
had
like
to be
Apocalypse.
he had to be the focal point. We had to understand who Thanos was. We had to be threatened by his power. We had to understand why he wants that power. We had to understand all this in this movie.
but
and I
they
think
gave
did
him
well.
such a great
Story.
character.
Oh yeah,
development.
they had to.
They did an amazing
They
thing.
did.
I wish
they
they
did.
did
They
this
had
with
to.
Apocalypse
Because
and X-Men.
I
feel like the same
Yeah,
threat
they
that
should've did that with
came in
Apocalypse
was
is
Thanos.
different though.
But they
I mean,
could
Apocalypse is a
have
little different.
They could have still gave him.
But the threat that they tried to
gave
make
him
Apocalypse be,
they could have made Apocalypse.
if they gave Thanos, like,
Apocalypse
if
is
they
a
had that
legit
kind
threat.
of same development with Apocalypse as a theory,
They could've.
threat.
That's where I'm getting to it, because they always make the villains one dimensional, like Ultron.
Yeah.
You know, can't blame him on that. He's a fucking robot, whatever.
Right.
And Apocalypse, just straightforward. Only the strong survive. I destroy everything.
Right.
Thanos though, they gave him actual personality. They
Yeah.
actually gave him like he was his own person. He wasn't all hell bent on just killing half the galaxy because he could or whatever. He had reason. He showed emotion.
Yeah.
He had logic. He was like, I gotta do what I gotta do because this is the right way of doing things, and it's gonna restore balance. Yeah. So Thanos, if you think of it, Thanos wasn't necessarily a super bad guy because he didn't hate people. No. He thought that this was the best way of doing things in order to help save and hopefully bring balance to the universe.
He also felt bad about it because he kept on saying, he was like, you know, even when he went back and he was like, the old girl, young Gamora asked him like, you know, did you do it? He's like, yeah, and she was like, what did it cost? He was like, everything.
But I think that was a reference to him killing her.
No, even though, because even he told Gamora. I mean, at the end, he said, look, he was like, sometimes the hardest decisions, you know, it's going to be something that you got to do that you even though he was killing and he was doing that, and he called it mercy. In his head, he was like, if I can make it happen like that, it's mercy.
Right.
It's what needs to be done. But I'm not choosing. I'm not making you feel the pain.
Right.
And you know, I want to make it like that.
Right. Yeah. No.
I definitely I feel like when we got Killmonger and Black Panther, it was a great. Like we realized that we've actually had Thanos for about 8 movies, really. You know what I'm saying?
They never really gave him anything.
But he's always still had some connection. We already knew he was like Gamora's part of him. You know what I'm saying? Like that was established early.
Yep.
So we did know that. Like even his acknowledgement of Tony Stark, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been truly watching.
He said, you're not the only one that's been cursed with knowledge. Like that shit. Yeah.
Like he's truly been watching everybody. So it's like what made him such a great character. I think how they did is like for you to not know him at all through these old movies when they introduced him and everybody was like, dog, this dude is a real threat. You know what I'm saying? But he came in like, I'm really not. I'm just trying to just clean this shit up. Like,
dude,
you know
what's crazy is that like Thanos, hands down, is the top tier villain of the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
If they're moving on to next movies, next phases, what's next? I don't know. Galactus, I'll laugh. Like, Eater of Worlds, get the fuck out of here. Who is going to top Thanos?
I mean, I think
they can't.
Unless they make him a reoccurring threat.
Yeah, I mean, I think we hit a really big arc where it's now we're probably gonna get into a lot of separate movies again.
We definitely are. They're really starting over.
Here's what they possibly can do. Because, like, what's the event in Marvel that resets the universe?
Well, they could do Secret Wars, but Doctor Doom is...
Doctor Doom needs to be, we do need to see him.
Doctor Doom is Fox, and they were going to do his own movie.
We got him now.
I'm getting to that. They were about to make his own movie, so that could possibly lead up to maybe Battle World and Secret Wars with whatchamacallit, fuckface, Doctor Doom, which to me is the second best villain ever in Marvel.
Doom?
Thanos and then Doctor Doom. Hell yeah, he's next to Thanos.
Doctor Doom is one of the most calculated geniuses.
Next to Thanos, the fucking Doctor Doom, and he's wielded the Infinity Gauntlet. He is the strongest.
For me, I always go Magneto is second best.
Magneto is so low tier.
He's still
compared to Doom.
As far as villains that I like.
I love Magneto. He's in my top 5 too, but compared to Magneto is here. Thanos and Doctor Doom have always been here, and that's what makes them even crazier.
I'm not gonna lie.
Doctor Doom has always been huge. He's got his own country.
He did it like Black Panther and the bad guy.
On the real, he's got his own. Leviathan. I can't name the name of it. I can't remember how to say it.
It's like Leviathan.
Leviathan.
I mean, I guess
he is wielded
outside of Fantastic Four.
Outside of it,
he's a threat. He's been a threat to many people other than
everybody. He's wielded the Infinity Gauntlet. He started the
Who
Secret
all wielded
Wars.
the Infinity Gauntlet?
Adam Warlock.
Didn't a hero?
Eventually, everybody kind of did. I know. Iron Man has at one point.
And
Captain America has.
When Iron Man did it, didn't he turn like?
I think it broke something. I think it fucked him up.
Yeah, fucked him up. He turned crazy or something.
Who actually wielded it would be those 3 that I know of off top. Now, Doctor Doom, like I said, he isn't only hellbent on Earth. He is like this. He's huge.
Yeah.
He is all around the galaxy. And
he knows all the wonders. That's why I respect it. Yeah.
He's like, you know what I'm saying? The whole idea of Secret Wars and Battle World was so he can take over everything.
Maybe it's it.
That would be dope if they do that.
Or maybe they end it because they know that maybe this is it. They end it and then they wait 10, 20 years to reset it and do it again.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if we got the patience for that anymore. Consider how spoiled we've been.
We may have the patience.
I mean, I think we're just gonna get a lot. I mean, I don't know what other big arc that we have, but I feel like
we might just continue getting one shots.
I feel like
then they group together for Avenger movies for some reason.
Because I mean, I can definitely see Marvel has pretty much created this way where they can pretty much intertwine. Avengers shows that.
Wait. Here's what they can do, because now that they own X-Men, they can end this whole arc. And restart whole X-Men and start building that whole X-Men universe.
I mean, the problem of the X-Men, the problem of going from Avengers
they got all,
to X-Men is it's just X-Men.
But I know. So, but it's a whole different, because remember X-Men.
I was still
from the start. There's so much you can go within that universe. And so that's the thing. If they were like, okay, we don't want to do the Avengers universe anymore. Let's end it here. We gave them that. Now let's invest in something a little bit different, kind of the same. And
I think it will still be a one shot.
They can do X-Men versus Avengers.
They could do that.
That's going to be heavy with Captain Marvel.
But see, in order for them to do that, they would have to rebuild up that X-Men universe.
That'll be heavy with. Well, not really, because they can just bring it in and they can just use the same characters.
So do you think they're going to use it? Do you think they're going to use the same that Fox did, or do you think they want to go?
They would have. I mean, Sophie Turner right now, she's cool as Jean Grey. She's the only one really that I can see. Just carry on the same role. So is the dude who plays Beast and what's his name who plays Xavier. Other than that, Cyclops doesn't resonate with me. Yeah. Psylocke, they could keep dude's ex, whatever, fucking what's his name?
You think they'll
quarterback?
You think they'll invest in X-23?
X-23 could be possible, maybe. I don't think so, because she was a little kid in this
I know that old girl.
But they could do it with New Mutants. I mean, I'm telling you.
Old girl that plays Storm, she been getting a lot of praise. The new Storm.
Yeah, she could.
I mean, that's something. I feel like Marvel just know they make a lot of money off one shots, and it gives you a lot of time Like they can plan a lot of these one shots. Like, all right, how are we gonna put them together?
And X-Men failed with Age of Apocalypse. They failed.
That was Fox. I was saying now that Marvel got it, they can start it all over.
But First Class was so good.
It was.
First Class was dope.
But see, it was still all Fox.
How many X-Men movies they got so far?
Of the new one or the
new ones? Three. So First Class was dope. Days of Future Past was dope. Age of Apocalypse was just like...
I mean, Age of Apocalypse was horrible because it was, like I said, the same thing with the villain.
Yeah, I guess it was.
The threat, and even when we saw the pictures of dude, like the threat that he was supposed to be, you saw in the picture, like, fam looks like he is going to be boss trash. Like,
he was. He was.
Like, he looked like a fucking Power Ranger villain, fam.
Yeah,
like,
they didn't.
Ivan Ooze looking at him.
Ivan Ooze. Like, they didn't do much. They didn't do much with him, and that's really disappointing.
Yeah. And that's what leads me to believe that Marvel is going to start from scratch. I don't think that they're going to...
I just don't know what they're going to do with the next movie.
I don't see... Because, one, here's the reason why. There's bad blood between Fox and Marvel because Marvel Ben was like, look, y'all don't got to be off of it. Y'all can still be a part of the universe. Let's just connect it. And Fox was like, no, we don't want to. That was Fox
Which I didn't
doing
that.
And
well, because you know why? Because Deadpool brought him so much money. They saw a future with that.
Yeah, but see, I mean, I get that with the Deadpool, but like with the X-Men, I mean, you got...
You're not going to do X-Men like
You got Hugh
Deadpool.
Jackman who said, like, I want to do it. Like, you got all these people, but Fox is like, no. So, to me, I feel like Marvel is going to be, or Disney is going to be like, well, you're right, fuck you. We're going to start this all over and do it better than y'all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can see that. I just, as long as we I just feel like
Hollywood petty as fuck.
Right now, X-Men is kind of in the same category for Fantastic Four for me.
Yeah,
I feel like over. It's oversaturated. It's over. It's been done. They've rebooted it twice. It's still not catching on.
I would love.
So let me go see these new. Let me see the new things.
So
the new mutants. The X-Force. X-Force is what's going to be.
Silver Surfer's coming too. Because remember, Stan Lee said that no matter what, any money that Silver Surfer need, I'm putting it on there. And if Silver Surfer's going to be in the Avengers, that may introduce that, and that's a whole nother world. Now it may not be as big as Avengers, but Silver Surfer, he goes galaxy.
I mean, so I feel like Silver Surfer is going to be the one that creates the one shot, like how Nick Fury was like intertwining everybody earlier in all these 18 movies. Silver Surfer or even Captain or Miss Marvel would be that person.
Miss Marvel, I don't think they're going to bring Fantastic Four into it anymore because they don't need it once they introduce this. And if they do take from the comics and they introduce Silver Surfer because Thanos goes off fighting Galactus and shit like that, and Silver Surfer breaks off of the Herald and goes and fights him too. Like, that would be dope, and they will bring that. And then maybe Silver Surfer might not get his own standalone, but maybe they'll start with... I'm really thinking that Black Panther and Miss Marvel are going to be the ones that's going to be heading the next phases. That will bring in...
That'd be dope.
You know, whatchamacallit. I mean, how they'll bring in Black Panther with Miss Marvel... That I don't know because she really don't need them.
I mean, my thing is...
Wakanda? I don't need your technology. I'm Miss Marvel, bitch. You know, so I don't see how that'll work.
I mean, I think it would probably be the same sense of...
I think it
would be like a more of an unknown threat first. Like how Black Panther would probably look at Miss Marvel as a problem. Yeah. Like, I mean, you gotta think she's going to come in as an alien.
No, that's not going to happen because if she comes and helps on the next Avengers movie...
No one knows, though. No, I mean, Nick Fury...
But it depends on how she helps, too.
She's not going to know, but keep in mind...
But it also depends on how she helped, because, you know, sometimes when you're the most powerful person, you come in, you're like, look, y'all need to stand the fuck back, let me handle this. And everybody be like, yo, no, I'm in this fucking fight.
And the fact that Nick Fury hit her up, that means that they formed some sort of alliance where she's may not come like that, and she would know. So that means that, remember, Tony Stark is still stranded. She might go see the signal, seek out Tony Stark, and be like, hey, because for all we know, Nick Fury might have been updating her with the who's who on Earth. And she might be already prepped. And she'd be like, all right, they're taking care of that shit. I can still continue to save the galaxy from weak motherfuckers like Blast Star and shit like that.
See, that's the thing. It could be that. I just see like that power structure. It's like, look, y'all did y'all best. Y'all couldn't do it. I'm here to do it. And everybody like, no, we still in this fight. And she's like, look, y'all need me, motherfucker. Like, so I can see where that can clash.
I guess we're gonna have to determine her character when we see the movie.
Yeah,
but I don't think she's gonna come out like that because remember she's still an Earthling, so she understands how things work.
She is, but if she hasn't been on Earth this whole time, that means she's been fighting off.
Right.
Some
The
big,
problem I have
so
now
her
is the
ego
fact
may
that
have
we
just went
getting, the origin movie of her instead of an actual where she, you know what I'm saying, where she been at. So the origin movie.
It probably will. They'll probably end with her having like whatever. It's like whatever she has to go do for the big.
Yeah,
fight.
like I think it needs to end with her getting the received message from Nick.
No,
Fury.
might be the end credit scene.
Yeah.
That'd be actually cool.
The end credit scene. What's the way the movie's probably going to end is it's going to explain why
be like 20 years later.
Yeah,
right.
That's what.
They show.
But the way the movie's going to end is most likely it's going to explain where she's been at since then. Because I think with everything that happened, Nick Fury has not caught her since then.
He hasn't needed to. He has the Avengers.
Well, he has the Avengers, but still, it's like even if I'm a hero on Earth and I see shit happening, why would I not jump to action?
That's where I think.
So
that's
the way the movie's going to end,
she's
probably going. It's probably something like you said.
She can't be on Earth.
She's not going to be on Earth.
She's not going to be on Earth.
Not gonna be on Earth.
And then that's how it's going to end. And then
because I don't think at that time threats came to Earth yet. That's probably what they'll do.
And then the end credit scene is going to be she's going to get that message.
She might get that message. That will be a cool end.
It got to be.
And then she just takes off. You know?
Yeah, because I mean that's my thing is like it has to. I mean.
Then they gotta explain why he got that old ass.
The fact that Nick and her know each other for so long, like the fact that they even put Nick more into it again, because I mean we definitely didn't get a lot of Nick Fury at all for the last couple of movies. So the fact that we getting him back again and even a younger Nick to be able to work. You know
just real quick, he did say he damn near almost did say his signature line.
He did, yeah.
He was like mother, and just disappear. I was like, yeah.
I love Samuel.
I was like, yeah, Sam.
That's my spirit animal right now.
I know. I can't wait for the Glass movie to come out.
That's gonna be so good.
But and it also. You gotta almost believe that she left right after that movie that like back in the day before Captain America, because not only just based off of that, that's an old ass fucking beeper. With everything that Tony has put out in the world now, you think they would have a better means of communication.
It is taking place in the 90s.
Right. So that's an old ass beeper. So that's probably like
that motherfucker like a goddamn sidekick.
Yeah, on the real, she put out the beeper like,
so she ain't been on Earth since none of Tony's technical fucking advances.
No, we can't say that because remember his dad still had those technical advances.
That is true.
But at the same time, all of that was super low key.
Well, no, but I mean, even
Tony Stark was around there because he was making weapons.
I'm gonna say back in the day they was focused on weapons. And
he was making weapons and shit. Yeah, he wasn't doing
Amsterdam.
He wasn't doing what he's doing now. So, but you know, we'll see.
We'll make no damn sense.
I know it truly doesn't. But we'll see. I'm interested in how to see that come out. I'm really hoping, if they do take her, maybe they'll start bringing some of the A-Force in. I'm really hoping to see Singularity on screen, which she is super dope. Maybe Elsa Bloodstone, who knows? But I'm banking on Singularity since she's a cosmic being on coming in at some point of some show of a movie or something.
All right,
I'm looking forward to all that.
So outside of Thanos, so let's jump into. We still got a lot to talk about. We still got a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
what heroes that you was thoroughly happy?
In general for the whole movie. I love the even how Liv was saying we was gonna talk about like whether we gonna start from the beginning, the acts, whatever.
Yep.
The way they flowed the movie of like what would we say 4 groups, pretty much 4 separate groups, everybody intertwining together was perfect. Like I think what made this movie really good to me was the fact that it took all of the movies that we've all said, every single character development of each character that we've all watched, and they meshed it perfect.
The like dialogue between people, like the dialogue between Thor and Star-Lord was fucking hilarious. The dialogue between Doctor Strange and fucking Peter Parker.
Tony. That was the best right there. You got 2 arrogant motherfuckers clashing. Like, I'm so happy because Doctor Strange is one of my favorites.
And it was really just the technology versus magic. Like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tony
but
really was off, dude.
Even though it was in the trailer, I still laughed as hard as fuck when Star-Lord was like, all right, your plan.
Yeah.
Very bad. How about I come up with the plan, and that way it sounds really good.
What was funny, though, that they did the plan, like, this is my plan right here.
Yeah. And it was legit. It worked like a motherfucker.
Like, this is my plan. And then when he was like, I told you to go right.
Right, yeah.
And it was funny.
Nobody was listening to him.
He was like,
but that's the thing.
Stop. And they just kept, he was like, I'm the leader of this shit.
And what's crazy is though that his plans generally always do work.
Yeah, Star-Lord's actually really good at plan making. You know
Yeah.
But
like the dialogue, the different dialogue between people. Even when Don Cheadle made fucking Hulk bow, he was like, I'm supposed to bow. Like, yeah, it's a king, of course. And then, he was like, well, what are you doing?
He was just asking Wakanda, like, yeah, you bow. Like, you know, with the white privilege, like, yeah, bow. You know what I'm saying?
And then when he did it, he used Don Cheadle like, no, what the fuck are you doing?
That shit was so funny, bro.
I was like,
I feel like even...
You know what? I just caught on to that shit just now. I mean, I caught the joke, but I just caught on to the reason why Don Cheadle did it.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like, let me tell this white man to bow.
What do I do? Like, oh, you bow, of course. You bow. You know what I'm saying? You bow, of course.
But it was like everybody's interaction with each other was dope as fuck.
Yeah,
you know
that's what I'm saying. Like from the beginning, like, and the fact, and everyone, I feel like it was in character. Like no one acted differently with somebody else. Like when Thor landed and was just in the room with the whole Guardians of the Galaxy, that conversation alone, like how they all was freaking out on dude, and he like, why y'all liking dude? You know, like Thanos was real. He was real like bad. Like,
he was like, hey, stop massaging his muscles now.
Right.
Bro even told him he gained weight. He was like, what?
He's like, all right, I'm getting the boat flex.
You like a sandwich away.
He was like, all right, I'm getting the boat flex today. He was like, I'm about to commit.
Right, God.
God truly changed his voice too. That was
funny.
He was like, no, you cannot have my ship. He was like,
I'll take the rabbit in the tree. Hey, you know what? All right, so Thor, I like what they've done with Thor since Ragnarok. In the first two Thor movies, he was boss dry. Even in the Avengers movies, he was just a little too serious.
Yeah, too serious.
You know, and although that was kind of Thor's character, you know, it didn't seem natural. And now they kind of made him not stupid, but oblivious to his privilege. Yeah. He's more, it's like, this is my privilege of a god. This stuff doesn't resonate with me. So I just do what I do. And that makes it perfect. That makes it fucking funny.
Me too. Like what they did with Thor was they made Thor like who he is of the time.
Yeah.
He's a god. So he speaks like he's a god, and he speaks to people like, wait, you don't know I'm a
you
god?
Don't know? Yeah, you don't know about me? Like,
right, and that's where the comical comes from.
But in the first few movies, they didn't.
Yeah, in the first movies.
I really feel like his relationship with Olga really gave him the human side that we later got. Because it's like being there, like he was always a guy, but of course he was
even though nobody. I feel what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I think
the girl that nobody wanted, but
I think that human side, because even her and her crew, like he was. Like Thor's first movies was with that small group of people, you know what I'm saying? So they made him more human because he was just a guy that was like hang with some ragtag.
Maybe it was intentional.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it was.
So I feel like because even with his whole haircut,
because in Thor Ragnarok we totally got a completely different.
Yeah,
we did.
And let me tell you, I want more Thor and Rocket Raccoon. To them two together is fucking hilarious.
The rabbit, we call it the rabbit.
Thor's the rabbit.
Damn, the face he made when he first called him a rabbit. He's like a rabbit.
He was like a rabbit. But he be like, I be getting disrespected so much. What did Drax used to call him? He was like that mangy animal. He used to call him something, bro. I used to die.
He was big mad of a rabbit.
Like rabbit.
But then Thor called him the captain. He was like, yes. Don't disrespect the captain.
That's like Groot. Like Groot didn't get. I feel like everybody got just enough moments.
Yeah. Except Groot.
Groot had his moment.
Groot had his moment. He cussed everybody out, man. They like,
whoa. But you gotta understand.
I am Groot. I was dying.
He made the face like he definitely said like, y'all can suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? He's not putting this shit down at all. You know what I'm saying?
But I understand Groot's growth.
Yeah.
So Groot is the kids. Like
they made him into a team.
What they say, Groot is for the kids. Groot is the fucking minions of
he's definitely a minion. He's a minion.
So you know what I'm saying. So like with Groot being that teenager and having that, like I understand what they're doing with them, and it wasn't out of place with it. Like,
it wasn't. It wasn't.
I mean, and they kept him in there. Though. Like what made him perfect though was to have him as a like when he sacrificed himself and became the child Groot and have to grow. Like he's been in the episodes, like all the movies still, and then they give him that. That's what I'm saying. Like they could have not touched him at all.
Yep.
And they give him this like, well, now this is Teen Groot, and he still did something good. Like,
well, they had Teen. Remember, they had Teen Groot at the end of Guardians too.
Yeah. But even in the last Guardian, when the whole opening scene where he was really just jamming.
That means that next movie though, he's gonna be grown up Groot.
Yeah. Well, no, he's gone.
Maybe.
Yeah, because he's gone now, so it depends on how they bring him back. If he comes back. But I mean, and that was just that's what I'm saying. That's just.
But then like also like with the conversation between Shuri and fucking Bruce Banner, she was like, wait, why didn't you just do this?
Yeah,
and he was like, we didn't think. She's like, I'm sure you did your best. I was like, yeah, talk that shit, Shuri. Talk that shit.
When you get into Wakanda, fam, you are small.
Yeah,
you are not fucking with us. Like
she like you didn't think about this. Like y'all niggas is tripping.
Bust down Rolly on him real quick. Like, so you could have did all of it.
I'm just sad Tony wasn't there to catch that fire.
Yeah.
From her,
oh, he gonna catch you soon. He
definitely flamed his ass real quick. Like, all right, I can do it. It takes some time. But, like, done. I was. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody to do that big movie. Everybody had a moment in it. You know what I'm saying? Even the smallest moment. That's what I think that was like the greatest. And then the dialogues they had, like that's what I said. Like with Spider-Man gets snatched up, and he had that fight with and it was all this Mr. Stark, and he's trying to send dude home. He like, man, I'm here for you. Like I'm an Avenger now. Like you know what I'm saying?
He got made an Avenger.
Snatched, he made him an Avenger.
When he got in the cannibal suit, though, that was super geek. I didn't think it was going to happen that fast.
I didn't think it was Iron Spider that fast.
I knew he had the Iron Spider suit when they showed it at the end of the first Spider-Man, and I told everybody that was the Iron Spider suit, and nobody wanted to fucking believe.
Yeah,
I was like, it's the Iron Spider suit. It's the same.
No, I knew it was there. I didn't know that he was going to get it that way.
Yeah, I think that was amazing that he called it out and shot it out.
Because I don't think I ever talked to y'all about it. But like cats that I fuck with and at work, I tell them like, bro, after the Homecoming movie, I was like, that's the Iron Spider suit.
I knew it was that
because Spider-Man doesn't get different suits. I was like, it's the Iron Spider suit. Well, no, because it doesn't have the legs. I'm like, it don't matter because the legs can become retractable. It's Tony. It's nanotech. It is the Iron Spider suit. Watch and exactly what it was.
I just can't wait until and here's where I think it's gonna. Where the clash with Tony and Shuri is going to happen, because at some point Tony's going to want to merge his technology with Wakanda technology. Yeah. I think that's where the clash is going to happen. But
I don't know. I think Tony might just retire and just say, "Here, Wakanda, you could take over Stark Enterprises." Because remember, Robert Downey Jr. is done, and so is Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, I mean,
so he might just say, "You guys got
that
the technology here."
It may end that way.
Because he may want to finally chill with Pepper, like that ending with Pepper Potts.
Yeah,
like, knowing that he left her and all that, she was salty.
She threatened him with divorce.
Yeah,
like you didn't hear it, but it was there.
So it may end that way, but that first interaction is going to be with them clashing.
I feel like the first interaction is going to be her shitting on him again.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think he's going to show her. Stark Towers, and she's gonna be like,
yeah,
what is this?
That's what I'm thinking.
What is this?
They're going to clash.
Who's building it?
They're going to clash, but then eventually Tony's going to respect Shuri and her brain.
I don't think it'll clash to that extent. I think Tony is just going to be matched with somebody who is going to shit on him, and he's not going to be able to come back.
No, he's going to. So it's not going to clash to an extent like beef, but they're going to have a good. They're going to have a good.
Because the only thing that's been really he hasn't had any interaction with Wakanda. So he hasn't. I don't even think Tony's even come across with any tech from Wakanda.
Besides seeing Black Panther.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Like he hasn't.
He did.
In Civil War.
He did. Yeah, he saw their technology in Civil War. Remember, Black Panther was part of his side.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
So
because I mean, you would think I would have thought that he would have used some of that. Like,
Tony.
But
wait a minute.
Tony real quick get some information.
So yeah, Black Panther was on his side, but I wonder if Tony has some type of resentment to him because they did save and kept Bucky at Wakanda. So I wonder if he feels
like nobody knows other than Captain America.
I don't
think Tony knows
because
they went after him.
Tony might know. Tony always has
one. But Tony always know. He may know. He probably didn't say shit, but he may know.
I mean, I think Tony.
Because he know Bucky ain't dead.
What made the movie so good is that the threat really came while everybody was fucking chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't even realize that it was like 3 years. It's like Captain didn't talk and all. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers really was like, cuz it's a problem right now.
I also didn't think that they was going to get into the shit that fast.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
They got into the shit like within 5 minutes of the movie.
Why did Tony Stark have a flip phone?
I was
like, why does he have?
In the theater,
I was like, Tony trapping? I was like, they got the trap phone.
He got is there something about flip phones we don't know?
But maybe because I guess it's not easily traceable, I guess, or something like that. I don't know.
Same CDMA GSA network.
Because a flip phone, is harder to trace. That's why fucking drug dealers use flip phones
But they use them burner phones.
Yeah, but see, the thing too, I wonder is that the phone that got all the Avengers contact. So you don't want to have it on the network
Yeah,
So that may be the phone.
Tony got a prepaid out there.
Out here got a burner. Everybody got a burner. Right?
Like, hey, I gotta keep this short because I ain't got no minutes, but we about to be attacked.
Tony got the trap burner for all the Avengers and shit.
I was definitely mad at that. I'm like, that is 2018.
No, fuck 2018. You a Tony Stark, my nigga.
Like, you couldn't go on Facebook and send him a message or something. Like, damn, Captain America got me blocked.
I mean, all of it. We had the old ass pager at the end, and Tony out here with this fucking flip phone. I'm like,
the old pager makes sense though, like how Rudy explained it.
But the flip phone didn't make no sense.
Flip phone made absolutely no sense.
And he pulled the bitch out like he used it casually.
Unreal. Like, he was like, oh, let me go.
Like, I don't even know how we could have did that if you actually like.
Bro, fan that scream when Black Panther died. He was like, he got a flip phone. I was dying. He's like, he Tony.
Hey, the funny shit at the theater I was at when the movie was going on the credits, some little kid stood up like, man, why did everybody die? Everybody was like, yeah.
Dog, one of them was big mad at him death, man.
Man, that's why I can't wait till the next Deadpool movie. On the release of the first Deadpool movie, I had so much fun with the people that were in the movie theaters. Cast came up dressed as Deadpool and started throwing chimichangas into the crowd and shit. On the real, dog. We was clowning that
were you at?
On 13th, South 13th Street,
course
bro.
it was on South 13th.
They had this motherfucker brought a huge tray of chimichangas and stood at the foot of the motherfucking movie theater. He was like, who wants chimichangas? They started slanging them.
I got a question. Was chimichangas a thing before the movie?
Yeah,
Deadpool always likes chimichangas.
Okay,
tacos and chimichangas always been.
Okay, I didn't know if it was.
Who doesn't like tacos and chimichangas?
I mean, who doesn't? Yeah.
Definitely like. I got to show you.
Hey, I had him throw me. What that motherfucker was tasty. I ain't even gonna lie, though.
You had a hand thrown chimichanga.
I caught that motherfucker like clack. I had my Deadpool mask on. I was like, yeah. This is a good chimichanga.
Did you pull it halfway up like
I did. I was like, who? Like how Deadpool does it when he eats. I was like, who? Out? Yeah.
I had to.
No, I had to, bro. I had to.
Yeah.
All right, so non-Thanos moment. What was your favorite non-Thanos moment?
Favorite non-Thanos moment? Mine would have to be. There's a lot of them though.
What's the name some?
I mean, of course, like we said already, the interaction with Thor and them. I think the actual fight with Spider-Man and everybody when they were trying to get the glove off Thanos.
Yeah.
It was a really good.
Man,
it looked kitty as
again,
a bitch,
it was kitty though, but it was like I loved it. Like they were really trying their hardest.
I was so pissed at Star-Lord.
Yeah, I was pissed at Star-Lord.
Let's talk about.
I know, dog. He a simp, bro.
Like, I was definitely, but I mean, it was
a simp for that.
That was, I mean, I really enjoyed that scene. Like I enjoyed that whole build up. Like where they were like, we gotta get the plan together to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, he coming. Like with Dr. Strange, they all fought. Like I think that was a really good, a good setup. Yeah. That was one of my favorite scenes in there. But I mean, the Thor with Guardians of the Galaxy was just hands down.
That was top tier. That was top tier. What about you, Liv?
My favorite part, one of my favorite parts was absolutely the end. Thanos.
No, I said non-Thanos.
Oh,
non-Thanos.
What's your favorite non-Thanos?
When I seen the Black Order come through, when I seen Corvus, Grave, and Proxima Midnight show up and start fighting Cap and.
Yeah, I mean,
they made them absolutely. So they're kind of new characters. They're from the 2000s. They're not old characters.
Okay,
but they did such a great job with them. I thought it was great.
And
anytime Ebony Moss spoke, it was like, oh my fucking god, Doug is doing such a wonderful job as him. Like he was like kind of like an announcer. He ain't break no sweat when he was out there with Black Dwarf fighting Iron Man. Bruce and motherfucking what's his name? Who was Doctor Strange? Yeah. Dog just stood in the same. He just stood in the same spot, and every time anything would come through him, like that car, he didn't even flinch. He just cut it in half.
I said, dude.
That's what I said too.
I didn't know who. I was like, bro, who is this?
And I know you said non-Thanos, but dog, we cannot ignore the fact that Thanos ripped the motherfucking planet from the sky and had asteroids coming down from the sky. He was like,
that whole scene was beastly as fuck. So. Though I know Liv don't like it, but when the introduction of fucking Falcon Captain America
When they all
and Black
came in,
Widow.
yeah.
Nigga, I was so geeked at that shit.
They
Nigga.
Why don't I like it though?
Cause you don't like Black Widow.
No, I think Black Widow is cool when she know her role, but she trying to fight these motherfucking superpower
Man, fuck that.
motherfuckers.
She was whooping their ass with that stick. Nigga. She hit him with the Donatello sticks, my nigga.
She hit
that motherfucker like-
she out there pulling
Ninja
police
Turtles
moves,
and
bro.
motherfuckers, man.
Pulling
Nigga,
police moves,
I was geeked
bro.
at that shit, bro.
Like I definitely liked it when they swept in on everybody because I thought he was a rapper dude already. I'm like, damn, they finna get rid of Vision.
Me too.
already? Like,
Me too.
Damn, dog.
I was like, damn, they about to get rid of Vision like a motherfucker.
I'm really mad. I'm really big mad at Vision though for this. Like I don't know.
Hey, Vision was weak as fuck.
Out
in
here
this
trying
movie.
to live his life in Paris.
Vision was
and
so
shit, like, 'cause
trash.
you got business to take
I'm
care
really
of.
mad at how weak
They
God
made Vision
was,
trash
bro.
as a
They made
bitch.
him real soft. Like I thought Vision had way more strength than that. You know what I'm saying? As part of being in the group. So I was mad he lasted the whole movie. Because he was the last stone, like pretty much they really get. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, y'all made dude the last stone to get, but he didn't put up really no fight with nobody.
He couldn't. I think that's like you said.
You don't
I
need
think
that
that
as a rap.
wound just
And
killed
that's what I'm
him,
saying, but they caught him so early. I'm like, God
early.
damn,
yeah,
man. Like, we done
bro.
with
Corvus. So like,
Early.
and you know what's funny? I was arguing with people for a straight almost a year when the first teaser trailer came out and they saw a scepter on his forehead. They were like, "That's Loki. He's with Thanos." I was like, "No." I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's motherfucking Corvus from the Black Order, and he's fucking up whatchamacallit, because it don't even look like.
Speaking
Loki's
of shit that we predicted
scepter.
too, shit, we predicted that was fucking Bruce Banner and the Hulkbuster.
Yeah,
We definitely call that.
Yep.
Yeah, we called that.
It made sense when you can't get fucking Hulk at it anymore. Like
On the real.
Which I was still mad that it was like early Bruce Banner and Hulkbuster. Like he had no clue what to do in that suit.
I thought
You know
at the point where the Hulkbuster arm got ripped off, that Hulk was gonna like the arm. I thought that was.
I would have loved it if he was out of the Hulkbuster suit.
That's what I thought that was.
Like
gonna
I thought he was
happen,
gonna finally get through. Like, cause I'm about to die here, fam. You gonna let us die?
And we didn't get that, so I was upset about that.
I knew Hulk wasn't gonna come out once he said no the first time. I was like, we ain't gonna see Hulk.
Hulk was
I'm like, Thanos treated him, dog. He's boss.
But it was. I mean, it was Thanos' minions. He could have. Hulk could have.
Man, Hulk got his ass whooped.
Wait. By Thanos, but the minions, he could have whooped their ass.
Man, he could have been like,
He
you
didn't
know
wanna
what?
be no
If
threat.
Thanos was that strong, these motherfuckers gotta be just as strong.
Fans said I did not come to work today for this.
He was like, I did not come here for this today, which kind of pisses me off, you know, because like I said, Hulk has unlimited strength. He does not have a power cap. He is the only superhero without a power cap.
He got shot.
But
he wasn't angry no more. He got shot. Like us. Like,
he
there was
knocked.
no more
He
angry.
knocked exactly. That's you're right. He knocked that out of him and shot the shit out of him, where he couldn't even get angry. He was just like, I'm about to just let me just get. You know what?
Right.
I'm defeated. I'm stepping back on this one. Puny Bruce. You puny Banner.
Right.
This is all you, bro.
We just gonna die. Like you
just gonna die.
Figure it out. Figure it out.
I'm done. But that would be funny. He'd come up and be like, no.
So, you want to know what's crazy though about this movie that I noticed and what I was.
Wait! Before you gotta give us your best non-Thanos moment.
I said it when the introduction.
Yeah,
of
you did.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's out of this movie? This probably out of all the movies, even though it was the biggest Marvel Universe movie, this had the least Easter eggs for its future.
Well, we don't know. We haven't. You know,
listen,
I never.
I'm saying for like things that like we know, like generally we watch it like, oh, that's such and such, or oh, that name is such and such. I mean, outside of the Captain Marvel thing, outside of the Beta Ray Bill, Stormbreaker, there wasn't really that many.
But you know what? I feel like
we missed something.
I've never caught Easter eggs.
I always catch
unless they're blatantly in my face. So I'm expecting in the next week there's going to be a list. I've never caught on to Easter eggs. Like the Beta Ray Bill one, I didn't catch that until they mentioned it, and I went back and I looked and I saw the.
I saw it.
I was like, holy shit, that is Beta Ray Bill.
I'm so prone to it because, like I said, I'm
too busy into the movie.
You fuck with Beta Ray Bill so much, and I didn't really like fuck with Beta Ray Bill that heavy. So I remember when I saw
he's way better than Thor.
Yeah. Of course, as I've been reading up, but when I saw them go past that mountain, I was like, who the fuck is this moose looking nigga? Right?
Horse. He's a horse.
I know, but so in my head, I thought it was a moose.
He looked like a moose.
So then there's a few things I do after every Avenger or Marvel or superhero movie. As soon as I finish a superhero movie, I go to the Wikipedia page of the movie, right?
Yeah.
And then I read it, like what, right?
I read it.
Yep. And then after that, I start going to like all the list of like Easter eggs and things like that. And then I start just Google searching things that I seen to try to get a deeper understanding of what it is.
See,
Right.
My bad. Don't mean to cut you off. I just did Infinity War Easter eggs. 40 things you completely missed in Infinity War.
40 things.
No, but look at that
40.
list. I guarantee you, it's not things that we completely missed.
Captain America's original armor scales.
I've seen that.
We missed that. Okay.
I didn't miss that.
Star-Lord, Flash Gordon.
Wait, like that wasn't a miss.
That I wouldn't have caught that because I don't care.
They
about
said
that.
it. They kept on saying Flash Gordon. They said it like twice.
Arrested Development Tobias cameo. I don't watch Arrested
But see,
Development.
that's not a. I'm talking about Easter eggs of things to come.
The planet Vormor. Well, Easter eggs is
other things.
hints
It's
of things from that. Vormor. Okay,
I'm talking about like when Iron Man was working on Captain America's shield before Captain America came. Like remember, it was an incomplete shield. We saw that, you know,
right.
Or where you saw
Thanos snap was an Easter egg, obviously.
Yeah, they consider that an Easter egg. Well, I mean,
I guess okay. So not
Easter egg.
Not Easter eggs, but I'm talking about things to come, like
Stormbreaker.
Like what Liv's looking at is Easter eggs that relate that connect the movie.
Star-Lord had a motherfucking Zune.
Yeah, he had that Zune.
I know.
He always had the Zune.
Okay, so the Doctor Strange versus Ebony Maw thing, but this didn't happen in the original Secret Wars.
No.
The original.
I just remember reading
because
that
he
comic
wasn't around at that time.
I just remember reading that comic book and seeing him have all those needles in his face.
The running eye joke. Okay, I caught on to that because that goes on from from the other movies.
So and so
the White Wolf. I know about the White Wolf.
Right. See, so that's what I'm saying is but then that's what I was hoping for, and I wonder if it's going to be an extended cut because the extended cut usually has a lot of those other filler things and things like that.
Captain America's Nomad suit.
That's the one with the two things right here?
Yeah, well, the suit that he has now. So Captain America, when he dipped and he went kind of rogue, he went briefly and was called Nomad.
Yeah.
That's when he had the beard and shit like that. Like, I expected that to happen after Civil War.
Yeah, he had the beard.
It set it up.
That beard was because I remember that was that I guess that could be considered an Easter egg because
the aliens Easter egg with them blasting the thing. I'm going through them. Solar Forge Sunbeam. Okay, that was part of the comics with the troll, but whatever. Thanos web shot comic callback. Okay, when Thanos got shot in the face by Spider-Man.
Yeah, but see, I don't I'm not consider that an Easter egg.
Yeah, it's like
the iron legs from the spider.
I'm really looking for what's to come.
What's to come? Things
I don't think I seen nothing in the movie that was, and that's what it was. Like there was nothing in the movie to show anything of the next movie.
Yeah,
but the Easter eggs, I don't consider Easter eggs just what's coming. I consider them subtle hints of what they've taken from what comic book geeks.
That's true. I guess what I'm talking about.
You're looking for
in the past, we had a lot of stuff that kind of teased to.
Yeah, you're looking for more like teaser.
We had a lot of stuff to tease of what to come.
Like teaser props and like just stuff on the set, in the scenes or whatever that would show like working. That's what I said. Like I feel like when they were fighting Thanos, like when Star-Lord and all got to the collector or whatever, I feel like we probably missed something there. Like I didn't really look at there usually because all that shit be like in cages and locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, but remember that was also that was a false reality. It was already destroyed. Remember?
It was.
Oh, he did.
When he went to the collector.
Yeah, that was a false reality because he knew Gamora would come. But like that goes back to Guardians of the Galaxy when you look back at the collectors.
But at that time,
he had Howard.
Yeah,
Howard.
And see, at that time, there was a whole lot of Easter eggs in that.
Yeah,
the things to come.
I mean, but if you also look at it too, like the false, like I feel like even though it was a reality of what he showed, it could have been what happened. Like I'm just gonna show you what happened. Like he was already choking out the collector and everything. Like I feel like it could have been. So anything we could have saw during that alternate reality was probably what was going on before he burnt it down.
That was funny when Star-Lord called Thanos Grimace, though.
Oh my God!
I was like, he took it like the McDonald's, bro.
He told me something about to knock those balls off your chin.
That ball chin, that ball section.
They were on his face the whole movie, dog.
Bro, hold on. You know one thing we haven't mentioned? One thing we haven't mentioned that took me back, that I was shocked, that I was like, holy fucking shit. Motherfucking Red Skull, bro.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to come out.
I did not expect Red Skull to be on that planet. I didn't expect him to even be that hooded thing.
Well, see, I
was absolutely shocked.
I think that because technically that should have been Lady Death.
No.
This is what Lady Death was. She was the one. Lady Death Because like that outfit was very, very reminiscent of Lady Death.
It was, and I think we could probably consider that as Easter egg, but in reality, Lady Death, it's different. It's weird in the stories because either she's just a figment of his imagination or she's actually real. But on this planet, there had to be a keeper of the soul stone.
But here's what I'm hoping. This is Deuce's reach. This is my reach. This is me reaching. I hope that at some point they bring in Lady Death, real live Lady Death.
I don't think they will.
Let me finish. This is my reach. Let me reach.
Let him reach.
I'm gonna let you reach.
I hope they bring in Lady Death, right? And because they bring in Lady Death, this is how they're gonna tie in Deadpool because Thanos and fucking Deadpool, they both mess with Lady Death, and that's what starts their beef. So I hope that this is my reach. They bring in Lady Death somehow. Thanos, say they explain Thanos' relationship with Lady Death. They explain Deadpool's relationship with Lady Death, and then we get a Thanos and Deadpool.
Well, I can definitely see Lady Death coming after because, like I said, Thanos completed his mission.
Yep.
He's got nothing to do with anything anymore. He might fall in love with this woman, but in Infinity War, Lady Death is already it's the reason why he does it.
Yeah, not in this storyline. It'll be the one-off.
Second, they did say that they have absolutely no plans and no interest of bringing Deadpool into that.
I know they do.
Here's a fun fact before I forget. The reason why Deadpool can no longer die is because of Thanos. Because Deadpool married Lady Death, and Thanos was so fucking mad about it. He gave him immortality. That's why every time Marvel reboots, Deadpool is the only character that stays the same.
And I did not know that.
Like the last time, the entire fucking planet got crushed when they did the new Secret Wars again. Mm-hmm. Deadpool was the only one that survived from it. At the end of the comic book, they technically said he died, but he survived somehow.
He's the only one that's conscious of everything.
But he is the only one that's conscious of anything that's going on. He's the only character that they have never rebooted.
But see, here's what they can do. Now that we're talking about,
I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they're gonna do the reason they don't put Deadpool in movies because he's just a great spoof.
Yeah.
Now. Like he can spoof any movie.
Well, that's the thing. The fact that he's spoofing both universes.
Right.
The fact that he
he mentions Thanos in his new Deadpool movie.
Yeah, he mentioned Thanos. He also mentioned the DC universe in the movie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Deadpool is great spoof.
But see, that's the thing. So, matter of fact, maybe the cinematic universe ends where the connecting of the universe. But
I don't mean to cut you off, but this is funny. In the 40s list here of Easter eggs, they did say that Red Skull was like the Easter egg to Lady Death because of how he came out.
It's the fit.
Yeah, it's the fit. No, I agree. When I seen it, I didn't jump and say, okay, it's Lady Death because they had a male voice, obviously.
Well, see, before
when
they showed that silhouette, I was like, is this her? And then he talked. I was like, oh, that ain't Lady Death. I was like, what the fuck? But no. So here's the thing. Maybe they killed the universe, the cinematic universe, right? And then maybe the one-offs is literally like how we get one-off comic book issues. Maybe that's what they do now. So instead of investing this much, so maybe, like I said, Marvel's not done. Maybe they're like, okay, we're done. We connected this universe with the Avengers. We're done with that. Now let's just do issues. Let's just do this 5 comic book. This 5 comic book arc. Let's do this real quick. Or this 10 comic book arc. Let's do this real quick. Like they can do that, and I think.
That's why I said I think they've made a nice universe. That's why I said like it's hard for them to go into like X-Men or whatever because they made a nice universe of characters that they could just. And
then what's even dope is even if they do those arcs, they can do small callbacks as like Liv said, those small Easter eggs back to the universe. You know? And so like they can do those one-offs of just this quick arc. And then call back some stuff. Yeah, some people pop up out of nowhere, like, oh, there goes Doctor Strange.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you know? I mean, because that's what I'm saying. Like, even like with Doctor Strange, like Doctor Strange didn't disappear. I'm trying to think who. Like, I feel like Doctor Strange. Like, I feel like the fight that he has and the fact that he knows.
Well, see, I feel like
we're gonna get another Doctor Strange.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get another.
You know what I'm saying?
The one thing that I wanted to get into.
Oh, we're gonna get another Doctor Strange.
The one thing I wanted to get into about Doctor Strange.
We have to,
because he saw like a million possibilities, and then like. Something has to be said to the point when they first got on the ship, and he said, "Look, if it comes down to me saving you, or saving fucking Peter, or saving the stone, I'm not hesitating to save the fucking stone." But then, as soon as that shit happened, and it was after he saw the possibilities of winning, and they only won one. They only won one, and then he gave up the stone so fucking easily. And the way he said it, he told him, he said, and Tony was like, "Why would you do that?" He was like, "It's the only way."
It's the only way. Yeah.
It's like so to me, like. It has to be like, okay, we got to take a beating.
I feel like Doctor Strange is gonna have a bigger role than we think.
In the next one, but he has. He's the only one that.
He's the only one
that disappeared.
For now,
yeah, he died.
For now.
But his role was already completed because he saw the outcome.
But maybe that's the outcome.
He gave Thanos, I'm telling you.
He gave it to him.
He gave him the stone because he had to see, he had to know that Nick was calling Captain Marvel.
So you think, I forgot he got snatched away.
Yeah, he's the only one that knows the outcome. So that's why I think that everything up until...
Well, then you can't do that. Then there's no more Doctor Strange movie then.
Well, no. I'm telling you, when they come back, that's why I think the next movie will be called Infinity Gauntlet. Because when they come back and they regain the Infinity Gauntlet, Adam Warlock reverses everything that Thanos does.
So how do they...
who's going to...
Like, from an ending, how the movie of him sitting down... How do you start the next movie? Like, who will kick off? Like, how does
the next movie will probably be kicked off with Carol getting the message, meeting with somebody, probably Tony saying, "What the fuck is going on? Everybody's fucked up." She'll bring Tony back to Earth with her powers. They'll start formulating a plan to find.
How would she know where Tony's at?
Because she is the guardian of
the
galaxies.
I know
she can know
because fucking so Nick Fury contacted her, but he's gone. So when she gets back, I would assume that because where the fucking beeper's at, she's going to come to Earth first.
Well, to you remember, he wiped out half the galaxy. So that means that she's part of the galaxy. She's probably seen something that happens and doesn't understand why people are disappearing until she gets the call from Nick Fury. That's when she'll probably meet up with somebody. And she'll probably meet up with Tony first.
I wonder who else knows about her though. Then I think that's what
I don't think Obi does.
I know it got to be because I mean remember Nick was.
I feel like
you got to think in the movie.
Nick Fury is the master of keeping secrets.
However, but see that's got to think in Captain Marvel.
And she hasn't been on Earth. She probably got her powers.
Yeah, is that right?
So my thing is
her. But the thing is though, because Nick was teamed up with her. And he's going to be teamed up to win her origin. So it got to be somebody else in S.H.I.E.L.D. has to know.
Who would be a
I don't
villain?
think so.
My thing is like...
I don't think so because Nick Fury... Come on now. When he didn't even... Remember in Captain America, the second one, where he was getting attacked and hunted by folks? Nick Fury was sneaky, and Captain America was like, "Why didn't you tell me you knew this entire time?"
Yeah.
Nick Fury, that's one of his like powers.
I mean, Nick Fury is he got clones and all. Like Nick Fury out here, like
paper towel.
Yeah.
Like Nick Fury is like he didn't did everything. I almost thought the nigga was immortal. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, he doesn't. Nobody know. I don't think anybody in S.H.I.E.L.D. or anybody knows about her. The only person that I would think would know is Coulson.
Well, so my thing is, then how's she gonna put everything together?
Because I'm telling you, she's gonna get the beeper. She's gonna get the beeper buzz from Nick Fury. She's gonna notice that the galaxy is halfway disappearing. She could probably either sense it or she visions it. That's true. She said, "All right, I got this distress call from Earth. Nick told me he will only hit me up if something really fucked up is going to happen."
Right.
She's going to go back down to Earth. Right. Now, maybe General Ross is still alive. Keep in mind, Captain America is still alive. They are most likely already fucking have been with S.H.I.E.L.D. and talked to him about what's happening. So she's going to come back like, Nick hit me up. Everything leads back to S.H.I.E.L.D. So like, Nick hit me up. What the fuck is going on? And that's when Thanos came and
So though she's the keeper of the universe and shit like that, is she able to like sense beings? Like how will she know? I guess I'm still confused on how will she know where Tony is.
I was gonna ask how.
But keep in mind, keep this in mind as well. Tony created his arc reactor out of junk while he was in the cave. Yeah. So what's not to say he is on Titan with all that old technology because they were an advanced civilization that he's not putting together something to set out a distress call.
Oh, I mean, Tony is not going to be sitting there forever.
Oh, I know he's not going to be sitting there forever.
Like I feel like
he's probably putting together some shit right now.
I feel like whatever the next movie is going to be is going to be opening the scene. Is going to be him putting whatever it is together.
Right, to send out a distress call. Like, hey, motherfucker, I'm on some planet.
Or even not even that. What? Is there any suit that we didn't get yet from Sony? Is there any technologies that we know of in the comics that we're like, damn, he hasn't introduced this yet?
He wouldn't be able to call it from where he had
the nano suit was the last one. And that came around the Secret Invasion.
Let's talk. Wait. That nano suit was beastie as a bitch,
bro. But Thanos destroyed that shit.
I mean, still,
the struggle that he put Iron Man through.
He put him through so.
But the fact that
he was trying to block it, I was just like,
he couldn't die.
He held his own.
It. You do know that nanos, regardless, do rebuild themselves, and in this case, he beat the living shit out of him so bad that they couldn't even rebuild his suit.
He shot the shit out of the nano.
Yep.
Nanos like, I got
nanos for the Hulk. It was like, nah,
no,
we done.
Like, no, this nigga threw a planet at us, bro. I'm not coming back.
This nigga threw a planet. He was like, ha!
He threw a fucking planet.
That was one of the coldest moments in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude,
one of the coldest.
He was out here real life.
He destroyed an entire planet to fuck up Iron Man.
He was like,
and then he gave Iron Man credit. Like,
that's what I said. Like, fam,
I hope you survive. When you die, I hope they carry out. I hope somebody remembers.
He gave him
like that's how cold Thanos is.
That's like I love the fact that he gave. For one, like how we talking about how they could have started out the whole Marvel universe with the movies, and we got Iron Man as the one of the first movie to really start out with, and to see his struggle or his life through this and fight Thanos, and he didn't even give Captain America praise. He like you right here though, like he gave Iron Man the praise. Like fam, like I hope they remember you.
I hope they remember you.
You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
at the same time, Cap didn't die.
Cap didn't die either.
So he probably, I'm telling you, when Cap grabbed his fist, the gauntlet at that, and matter of fact, I believe Cap America should have
wait, hold on. Don't call him Cap America, bro. That's so America. Great America. Make America great again, bro.
That actually would be a cool ass hat to get. That Captain America hat that says "Make America Great Again."
Make America Cap America again.
Somebody make that hat.
When he grabbed that gauntlet, that look that Thanos gave him was like, because remember. Thanos, too, is like, only the strong will survive. And if this motherfucker got enough balls that he can grab my gauntlet and hold this fist, I think he's probably worthy of still living. He can bring balance to the universe as well. Because Thanos, at the end of the day, if you think of it, he's not really bad. He is, but he's not. He's only bad because good guys are fighting him.
So I want to get into one thing. This is one thing. I don't have a theory on it. I've been trying to calculate it. What is the reason for certain people that was dead and certain people was not? I can't think of a reason.
I mean, but he said
I think it might have been random.
You think it's random?
I think it might have been random.
And the fact that it's movie related, it's really we don't know.
And you know what? I'm gonna drive it behind the love of the character. Remember, Spider-Man and BP are two of the newest
and that became immediately loved.
Came immediately loved. So I have to just credit it as well as Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Plus, to give us as viewers, like, well, what the fuck are they going to do now? Everybody's dead. How are they going to come back from this? People who don't know, are not familiar with the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Wars have absolutely no idea
I'm still
about how they come back.
Oh, I know how they're going to come back. But see, I was lost because I'm just like, all right. At first, I thought I was like, well, maybe it was everybody who interacted with the Infinity Stones. But then, old girl that was with Nick Fury, she got disappeared too. And I was like, okay, well, maybe that makes sense.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm trying to figure. I was like, I thought there was maybe.
I feel like it was. I thought it was going to be. Even though he said it was random when he do it, I feel like it was still because it's his gauntlet. So it was just like more of just who he thought wasn't worthy. You know what I'm saying? As much as you can keep saying it, like it's gonna be random. It's like, fam,
if that's the case, how come Black Widow's still alive?
Because he thinks
because she beastie, bro.
Fuck those motherfucking stun sticks. Fuck her motherfucking police tactics. She need to be working for the LAPD with them type of moves, not with the Avengers.
So I mean, that's what I feel like that's what it was. Like I mean, of course, in the real world of movie things, it's like it leaves us open to like what they can do. But I think even though he can say it like, oh, it's just straight random, whatever. It's who holds it. So True. Whatever his resolve, like his theory of like the stronger survive or whatever it might be that. Like
there's still got to be some weak in there.
Like having Tony, like
it's all about balance.
Yeah, it's about balance. So like having people like Tony and Captain America that approached him and fought, and it was like, fam, I respect you, and they still hear it through the snap. Even Thor.
So peep this though.
So maybe
but Thor isn't part of the galaxy. Thor is an entire, and maybe I might be wrong. His entire realm, he is a god.
Yeah,
his realm is above all galaxies.
That's true.
So he most likely didn't get affected because of that. But keep in mind, Captain America is strong. Scarlet Witch is stronger than Captain America.
But wait,
she's gone. Spider-Man is fairly strong as well. I think it's all about balance. He picked out what was the best one to keep.
Or, a matter of fact, now
Doctor Strange is incredibly strong. He saw that. He knows that. So he could be potentially a threat. So it's all about balance.
Or like, now that I think about it, maybe he was the people who was worthy. He let them stay, but then he was like, all right, let me take away the people that they love, so I can break them. Because remember, he did. Because in order for him to get his power, he had to get rid of the person he loved.
But I don't think Thanos cares about that. I don't, because like I said, and like the comic book said, like the comic book, Thanos is all about balance and order.
Well, see, balance and order.
Period.
So remember, he had to make a sacrifice to get the full Infinity Gauntlet.
But that's
so maybe
different.
he's like, look, you worthy, but you need a sacrifice. Let me take away the person you love. I have to take away the person I love.
I don't think that's the way it works.
Only way I would see that if Pepper Potts is gone.
Yeah.
Pepper Potts had to be disappeared too. We didn't see her disappear.
No, and I don't think that. I don't think that. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't, because of his mission. I don't think that falls in there. He just wanted balance in the world because that was his whole thing from the beginning. He murdered the entire population on Gamora's fucking planet. Why? So that way the ones that were living didn't die and that their race continued.
And that one was harder.
Look at them flourish.
And that was harder because he actually picked. Yeah. So it was like for Gamora, he killed her parents.
Right. He killed her parents.
You know what I'm saying? Like he actually handpicked it. So with having the gauntlets, it would just be random. I don't even have to be a mad titan. You know what I'm saying? It'll just be random. You know what I'm saying? And I think even with that, like the randomness of it was it was part of the balance, but it also was going to create, like, you got to create some kind of force, like, to fight back on it. So you start taking away people that's like, that is, like you said, that would touch, like, Iron Man or whoever to keep fighting. Because, I mean, if you killed everybody and actually you woke up and say, like, fam, it's actually really quieter outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really came out, like, bro, maybe it wasn't that bad.
Plus it gives him nothing to do. He won't do it again.
Yeah. Like,
he'll be the only one.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I think, So I think it was more like it was random, but I think because of the randomness of it and just knowing the universe, it's still going to create that fight back. Like, motherfuckers don't want to lose with you. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think we're going to get anybody else newer outside of Captain Marvel coming soon?
Nova. Yup.
We're going to Nova?
Nova.
Nova dope. Like, the shit that they're doing with Nova now is fucking amazing. I was like,
I don't like the new Nova.
I fucking love the new Nova, bro.
The little kid.
Yeah.
I have it. I have the issues.
I fucking love Nova, bro.
You know, I know how he became Nova, but I think they might bring Nova, and I think it'll be in their best interest. And I was having this discussion in the spoilers group that I'm in. I
hate you, bro.
No, this is after the movie.
Either or. You are open to fucking spoilers.
I am, but we were in a we all right. So Gambit, Ricky, I think it was him or somebody else started a group for people who've already seen the movie to have discussions about it.
Oh, bring us in.
That's what it is.
Invite me right now.
So I'll
seen that then. I know what you're
Invite me right now.
I was having this discussion. Some dude said he was going to bring Nova in the Spider-Man movie. And I'm like, why? First of all, they gave him the perfect setup. They gave Nova the perfect setup simply because Xandar is gone. He could be the only surviving Nova. Mm-hmm. And that could lead to him being in the next Avengers movie to seek vengeance against Thanos and helping Carol Danvers out and restoring everything back to what it was. So maybe they might bring Nova in like that. Maybe they might bring Nova. Other than that, I don't see. Adam Warlock is a lost cause for me. I mean, they showed him.
I feel like it was in the timeline for a Warlock movie.
It's not. The thing is that they ruined it by showing him at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with the race that was already in beef with the Guardians of the Galaxy, creating this new being, which is completely wrong because a mad scientist created him. But later on, they found out that the mad scientist found him because there is another version of him called her. So when Adam Warlock came about, his name was just him. His name was not Adam Warlock. He didn't become Adam Warlock until this dude gave him the soul gem and said, hey, this is your name, this is who you are. You know, and that's how he became the protector of the soul gem. That's how he became Adam Warlock. And then there was another chick called her, whatever. It was some scientists that created him. In this, it was a race, that golden race of people. I can't remember their name. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, that created Adam Warlock. And he's going to be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I know it. pisses me off because he should have been in Infinity War. He should have had some role in Infinity.
So for you to say that he's probably gonna be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy, and even though everyone's gone out of the Guardians of the Galaxy, could they make some kind of movie where he was still intertwined with someone from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Because the connection comes from Guardians of the Galaxy, and the only way they're going to come back is once the order has been restored after they bring everybody back to life and they do the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I've been trying to think of it like, dude, how are they going to bring Adam Warlock? That's why I think Captain Marvel is going to replace Adam Warlock's role, because she wasn't really even in Infinity Gauntlet.
So do you think now that the whole fact that we get Miss Marvel is because of the Wonder Woman setup, like just to beat out? Like,
no, because
Marvel is smart.
Miss Marvel been playing for a minute though.
But it has been, and Marvel is absolutely smart, and I agree. I think that they're bringing in this female superhero to kind of capitalize on that. You know what I mean? Because to me, I really see no reason to have Captain Marvel when there's other fucking better known characters that could have helped. Or that could have been brought to the forefront. You know?
Question: This is super random. I was just wondering about it because just thinking of just different genres and powers here, and so we already killed off Quicksilver. Is there any other speedster in the Marvel universe?
I thought it was, because I remember being somebody before Quicksilver that was quick, like a Flash type in Marvel. Liv?
Quicksilver, I think, was the only one. There might have been some off-brand characters.
So nobody that
honestly,
nobody that's worth getting that we get.
Which I'm salty about because I like.
It's because Fox did it better.
You know what I'm saying?
Fox Quicksilver was better than the Russian guy.
Yeah, because the Russian guy kind of looked like pretty out of shape and didn't look like good Quicksilver. I don't like Fox's Quicksilver as much either.
I feel with Fox's Quicksilver.
And Fox's Quicksilver to me reminded me a lot of how the Flash was in Justice League. Yeah. Like I feel like he was kind of still like the abstract whatever, just kind of running around. Like I liked it. I liked the Fox Quicksilver.
Yeah, DC films need to hang it up. I guess we'll let's just real quick to touch on that. DC films need to hang it up. There's no way they're going to be able to catch up.
Yeah, I mean they just
there's
need to really
no way. There's no way.
They need to just not try to compete and just find a good section.
They have
the universe.
They have their universe that they can say that whole darker universe. But now with this fucking Infinity Wars, it's like now Infinity Wars like, all right, y'all ain't gonna do it. Fuck it, we gonna go dark.
Yeah, I mean I think they really messed up because they need to. Flashpoint would have been great. But they would have needed a lot of setup for Flashpoint. Like I mean, they just don't want to start over.
No, fuck it. Even if they start at Flashpoint, like I said, they got to do something different. Like we said, so they need to get away from DC films, get away from origin. Don't start with Batman. Don't start with Superman. Start with Flashpoint. Just start with Flashpoint because that story is a fucked up story. It's dark as fuck. Start with that. Go with that. Then if that's the first point, that means that the Flashpoint one, what it does is you can comically talk about everything that just happened. All the bad movies that happened, you can do this whole Flashpoint storyline, which is a fucked up storyline, and then at the end of it all, it resets everything. Then you can jump in. All right, we're gonna do a new Batman. We're gonna do a new Superman.
Yeah,
and then you can do it all. You can start all from scratch.
Can I break something over the podcast that's not comic book related? It's just gonna take a second.
Yeah,
and this might affect you and I.
You too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not you, because I don't know what plan you're under. Cell phone to cell phone talk.
Okay.
Sprint merged with T-Mobile.
Oh yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I
knew that was coming.
Sprint's no more.
It's
T-Mobile.
I knew that was coming.
T-Mobile now. I'm with Sprint. Yeah, so I'm like.
Okay, you're a Sprint too. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're all Sprint. I've been with Sprint since I was probably fucking.
I don't know nobody else. I didn't have a good enough credit to be on.
My regular.
Sprint is the motherfucking hood of phone.
Remember, I work in a cell phone industry.
But I love Sprint because of the unlimited.
I knew it was coming.
And now I'm sad. And I'm never going to redo my contract.
I hate T-Mobile. I love T-Mobile.
Because I hate T-Mobile, yeah.
T-Mobile had money like that to buy out Sprint?
I don't know.
The third. It goes fucking Verizon is number one.
Yeah, Verizon one you got had a credit
AT&T.
Yep.
T-Mobile.
Yep.
Sprint was fucking last, bro.
Where we last?
Yeah. You know what's so crazy, though? I had T-Mobile.
I didn't know that either.
I took T-Mobile for a year, and I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going back to Sprint. Like, I couldn't. I had Verizon, I had AT&T. I can't do it no more. I am sad. Mm-hmm. I am upset. It is dumb for us. We had the best. Yes.
It's been a talk for a moment. I didn't know it went
We had the best we had the best situation.
I feel like Spring was the best of those.
It was the best situation.
Well, they knew they was going out to it, and that's why they was offering all that shit, though, unlimited, because they knew that.
I was grandfathered in that. Like, my plan is still.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, I got unlimited everything. I'm good, and I'm sad. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Thanos just destroyed us, dog.
Thanos just snapped the finger.
Spring
out here making money.
Spring dog.
White privilege snap.
Spring dog.
Well, shit, let's get into some couple announcements. So a couple of things that
we done with the conversation. I'm not even
man,
done, bro.
We like 2 hours.
No, I know 2 hours, but this is an event, motherfuckers.
Right,
this was Infinity War.
Fuck
this
it
was
is.
Thanos, the motherfucking best supervillain ever created. Aside, you're gonna love me. Aside from Darkseid. Aside from Darkseid. Thanos was the best.
Wait, because I'm
You've never heard me big up DC.
I'm gonna have to. I got Thanos beating Darkseid.
Yeah, I got Thanos beating Darkseid.
Okay. I was making sure because if it was Thanos,
no, why they can't do that though? So why DC can't give us just art that just brings Darkseid?
But they did.
They were supposed to.
They did. No, I think there is. As a matter of fact, I think I saw a cover. Thanos versus Darkseid. I could be wrong.
Oh no. He's saying why DC ain't giving us Darkseid. That's what
because they are.
They
already did. They've given us hints through Justice League.
Yeah.
Those little
flashbacks.
things.
Remember the flashback?
Oh,
that was Darkseid symbol.
Darkseid.
Yeah.
What's his name? Steppenwolf.
Yep.
Part of Darkseid.
He was.
Yep.
Man, but it's so
It's
bad.
DC, bro.
But it's gonna be bad.
I need Darkseid to have
You know
resolve.
They're
what?
gonna make Darkseid so trash.
They're not gonna develop Darkseid like Marvel did.
But see,
Do we have more oranges?
It's I don't know where it should be. Maybe in the fridge.
Yeah.
Here's where DC dropped the ball. All right. So DC had an opportunity to bring Darkseid first, right? They should have brought Darkseid first because the amount of resolve that Thanos and backstory that Thanos have. Now, because like Thanos and Darkseid has always been compared to each other. It would have been best for DC to have Darkseid first, and then Thanos compared to Darkseid. Now, Darkseid's going to be compared to Thanos, and DC is not going to be able to live up to that at all.
And the problem they have, they didn't give Darkseid, like how they did Thanos. Like Darkseid should have been appearing.
Even if they didn't, even if they just dropped Darkseid on us, at least you had it first.
Yeah.
Now you have people who are open to Darkseid. Now people are going to see, like even people that don't, when people see Darkseid that don't know nothing about Darkseid, they're like, oh, he look like Thanos, right? Yeah. So then they're going to expect that Thanos type of shit. And now Darkseid's going to get trashed from the beginning because if he stepped, it's going to be like, you know, like back in high school, like, you know what I'm saying, like when you used to rip niggas, like if a nigga trip, everybody immediately, like,
oh, your ass, yeah.
As soon as Darkseid do one fuck shit, no matter what, it's over.
I mean, he already, like, I hate Darkseid because, like, when they made him always have, like, this half hoodie shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga was, like, bald up front, and like, all that hoodie, like, bro, like, what is that?
The one thing that Darkseid got dope, though, his laser eyes is, like, by far way better than fucking Superman.
Bro,
because he can direct it, though. Like,
on the real, that nigga be making patterns with that shit. Did you see the animated series where they were fighting the Darkseid? I was like, Darkseid a beast. He was giving niggas work. Motherfucking Green Lantern was treated like a bitch in that.
Darkseid a beast. He ain't no hoe.
On the real, he came out with the laser eyes. Them shits didn't even go straight. Them shits was like do. Hook everything up. I was like, oh shit.
And so, but it's just like I have no faith in DC films that they're gonna fuck it up.
No, they gotta stick to the animated. You know, I love watching the animated DC films. I love them. You know, but the movies, you know, and I'm you know what, I'm very optimistic on Aquaman today.
You are? Because I'm not.
I might change my opinion tomorrow. I like Jason Momoa, so you know what? I'm gonna have an optimistic outlook on it. But to be honest with you, there's still half of me saying this movie gonna be boss trash.
I'm not hyped for Aquaman. I'm not hyped for fucking Shazam. I'm not hyped for
DC. If you listen to Geekset, we gotta tell y'all motherfuckers need to stop making movies.
Let
Marvel have their
rock. I love DC, but the films is pissing me the fuck off. I can't defend y'all.
They like high school films or some shit, bro. Like, we're gonna figure something out. They like damn YouTube videos, like the fact that didn't try to make that Freddy Krueger movie. That's all DC.
So okay, so you don't want to end the conversation. What else we need to talk about on this Infinity War?
Fam, what are we doing? You live right now. We recording. You out here snap. I'm gonna put my glasses on. I'm doing right now. But no, okay. So what I do want to talk about from the Infinity War still is I I actually like. I mean, Liv got more than like just the villains in general, like the Thanos' crew.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know they were coming. I didn't know they were new.
I didn't know they were that beastie though. I ain't gonna lie.
And my thing is
they're in the 2000s.
My thing is like, why? From going to the next movie, and I think that's kind of like what Rudy was asking, like, who did he align himself with now? Like, we wiped everybody out.
Here's the thing: Thanos was always solo, unless he rolled with Adam Warlock. He did roll with Adam Warlock. So
where did he get these for? Like, what is the origin of these people being working for him?
Now I know Ebony Maw was a regular Earthling. I might be wrong, people, so don't fucking hang me, right now.
Trash him in the comments.
He created these folks.
Mm-hmm.
Ebony Maw eventually turns on Thanos.
Okay.
He does turn on Thanos, but this is the crew that he formed in the 2000s, and I can't remember why. Okay, so there was a period of years that I didn't read comics because in Marvel it was terrible. It was late 90s up to the early 2000s. Around 2006, I started picking back up because of Secret Wars. I think Secret Wars was 2006.
Why are you so against DC comics? During that run, DC was killing shit.
I've never been.
It's hard. You got to pick one or the other.
I've never.
I
was always.
But you never gonna give attention to.
But I was always an Image, and I was always a Marvel. DC, Superman, and Batman. Obviously, growing up as a small kid, they were always thrown out there. But to me, they were too homely. They weren't edgy. And DC has always been like that, so I didn't care.
The New 52 run and the Rebirth one right now.
But that was when I was grown.
Yeah, when you grown up.
I was already 26 by that time.
I can say, obviously, as a kid.
Marvel appealed more to me.
True.
And then
as a kid, I was all Marvel.
When Image came out in 91, 92, and they dropped fucking the Youngbloods, and they dropped Spawn, and they dropped the Max, and I was all over it because Robert Liefeld came over and created Youngbloods and all them other kids. I was all over it. I was all over Youngbloods. I was all over Youngbloods, and they had a cartoon. I was all over Spawn because Spawn. I grew up loving horror movies. Spawn was that horror. So I was like, I'm fucking with this, and then. At that time, Marvel started falling off. That's when they changed over to the glossy pages, and their stories wasn't great. The last great story I remember from the 90s, other than Infinity War, was probably the Phalanx with X-Men and shit like that. And then after that, I kind of gave up, because then they started doing too many stupid things, like the comic you brought up with, fucking Magneto and Xavier merging into
the Onslaught thing, yeah.
Like, they were desperate. They didn't have any good writers.
I got cars.
There was nothing really good in that era that appealed to me, except for, the Phalanx was cool. And then, Generation X had a decent run. I was like, okay, I can get into Generation X. It's a new
I never
something
read
new, plus like that, Jubilee was in it, and I was like, all right, I could probably fuck with this, but Image grabbed me. DC did not at all, because they were too safe. Like, to me, to have a cool superhero, you had Wolverine, you had Cyclops, you had fucking Jean Grey. Why did I want to go to DC and read Hawkman? Like, I was like, his name is lame. For one,
So wait.
Lantern, like, what I'm saying? I'm like, what the? I'm like, these lame ass niggas, like, I don't want to fuck with
you disrespectful.
But growing up, that's how
Green
I
Lantern
felt.
now is beastie, bro.
I was like, hey, boss. Yes, Green Lantern now is probably one of my top 5 DC characters. But Lobo was the only motherfucker from 92 to 95 that kept my interest in DC Comics. Was Lobo. Lobo was the only.
I mean, mine is actually just the roles reverse. Like how we saying how the film division, everything of DC now is shitty. Like as a kid, like even watching like the Batman TV show, like all that.
The cartoons were great.
I
loved them.
You know what I'm saying?
They were great.
I honestly didn't get on Marvel until really like seeing like Spider-Man cartoon, like as a child.
We had the X-Men animated series.
The X-Men animated series
that ran for seasons.
Which was amazing. Which was part of morning. That was part of morning cartoon. Man, you get your cereal.
That was shit.
Hold on, this is the best part.
You get the bottom up.
Hey, Wolverine was so weak in there, though. His character What's up? Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob. But that scene made me love fucking Gambit. Gambit was my fucking
nigga. Real, Gambit was dope as fucking
motherfucking
and Rogue. Rogue was so
Rogue
fine. I was like, God damn, I'll fuck that Southern Belle. Like, I didn't even know how to use my dick at that age, really.
But I mean, yeah, so like, for me, I never
her.
really, I collected cards. I kept the little comic cards, whatever, so I would see characters. But
funny, you say that. In Puerto Rico, if we would trade in, and they were only exclusive in Puerto Rico, and I had almost a whole collection. If we would trade in our Pepsi cans, we would get what was called Pepsi cards, which were specific to Marvel. And if you look them up online right now, they're so rare they go for fucking some money. And I wish I still had my entire collection of Pepsi cards. They might still be at my grandma's house in Puerto Rico, but dude, the Pepsi cards were by far, because it was only in Latin America, it by far defeated the fucking comic cards that you got up here. Once I got on the Pepsi cards, I was like, holy shit.
And you had to, what you could send, like, you sent your cans, or you like bottle
we would go
like
to places and turn in the cans and recycle them, and they would give you these Pepsi cards.
That's dope.
That's definitely dope.
Dude, they were so incredible. I wish I still had my collection.
Yeah, that's what like. So that's what's like. My thing was like, I never really read comics like that. So mine was always visual. Like it was just watching. Well, not necessarily.
I'm about
visual,
to look them up right
it was
now.
Like TV. It was like TV and movies, whatever. So like, DC was for a really good favorite for me in the beginning because of Superman movies, the Batman. I mean, Michael Keaton as Batman to me is still one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Like bro, I know that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had a lot of Batman, but you definitely not gonna top Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton was dope.
You know what I'm saying? You just not.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that's what was my thing. Like, I was really heavy in DC earlier because of there was goody two shoes, but when they did the movies back then, the Joker was shocking motherfuckers with his butt. You know
that's
what
a Pepsi card. That's a $55. That's a $60 card alone. That's a Pepsi card.
Is it like holograph?
And some of them were holographs. Some of them came up like this. This is the dope thing. Like, the artwork was super dope on them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, those are cold.
They were
dude.
super dope.
And they exclusive cards to
dude,
Latin
and
America.
They by far beat the, because I had all those cards you're talking about.
Yeah,
they beat them. The artwork, just the
I meant to bring
quality
my
of
cards.
cards.
I got a little box of cards.
I don't have any. I got basketball, football cards, but none of those.
I was that weird dude. All my guys had basketball cards.
I had them shits too.
Didn't have nobody trade. Me and my buddy to this day, my guy Tyler Thomas.
Shout out Tyler Thomas.
Shout out to Tyler Thomas, man. We used to go when we were kids. Like, his mother used to babysit us, and she would take us to Target, and we would snatch boxes of Marvel cards, like all the Flair, all them, the whole box in our pockets, and go home and be like, "What you got?" Just we wouldn't even buy. We probably would buy like 1 pack, 2 pack, but we have pockets full in Target. Nobody care about them comic cards. Like, we been like my whole box is full of cards just from us, just like dog. And I never got into the comic book game until Walking Dead. Walking Dead would Liv send me. Like the PDF of Walking Dead was the first time I started reading comics again, and I was like, I wanted like, and then from that it led. I read Walking Dead. I started reading Old Man Logan. I started reading.
Comicsology got me back into it. I used to read comic books, and then I downloaded the app, Comicsology, and ever since then I just been back on it. I've been thumbing.
I need a new tablet. That's really what it is. Like, when I had it, like when
you do it on your phone, bro.
I need a tablet. I want to lay in my bed. Like, I used to lay in my bed and slap myself in the face.
Comicsology is a dude that just tells you the entire thing.
No. That's Comic Story.
Oh, you're talking about the app.
It's like
PDF app. Yeah, they take CBRs. Whatever CBR you download, you can open it up right on that comic.
What makes it what makes it
it
super dope is it does it by the panel when you do it. So Infinity Wars though.
Okay.
Best superhero movie out.
I think it followed behind Black Panther.
It definitely. Now, for the culture, we can't knock Black Panther off.
Well, I mean, and see, this is the difference.
Oh, look at Ron turning Trump right out.
We gonna try to make America great again. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring everybody together. I'm on my Kanye West shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, I think Black Panther set the ground of showing, because Black Panther also was a good movie that had a lot of people in it too. Yeah. Like, it didn't as much as Black Panther was his own movie, it was that bridge.
But what gave Black Panther such a huge acceptive response, I'm not sure what word to use, was that people who probably have not seen it. I've seen every movie.
Yeah, you've seen all. Yeah,
people who have not seen them. I mean, I see motherfuckers' grannies in that motherfucking movie. Like I know damn well that granny don't know what the fuck is going on, but Chadwick Boswick is up there, and she watching it and she supporting it, and that's what makes that movie great.
Here's my hot take here. Black Panther is by far out of all superhero movies touched the most people. Spiritually, like
it
internally.
did.
Yeah. However, Infinity Wars is by far the best movie. So like that.
Yeah. I'm with you.
So not as far as like Black Panther, it touched people, it moved people.
Yeah.
It had the most. Like outside of this is just a comic book movie, Black Panther had the most meaning out of any movie. But Infinity Wars, as far as just like a comic book movie or just a movie. Yeah, it's by far.
If we go on top, I would say Infinity War, Civil War, Black Panther. If we're rating it like that, Doctor Strange only because I love Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is a great movie. And I don't even know Doctor Strange like that.
And then the fifth one would probably be Winter Soldier.
Yep, I knew
that.
Yep. But I mean, because I was gonna say that because Civil War, like what made people, we all keep going to the actual Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
But seeing Black Panther in Civil War, with everybody and all that,
it was just so much epicness in it, bro.
Like Civil War, because it really just went up that ladder. Like Civil War was really big because we knew
it's just up to them. We didn't even have a colored superhero. Period.
We had, like I said, the introduction of Black Panther, and to see that Black Panther and Captain America was going neck to neck.
Yeah.
You was like, yo, this nigga can run as fast as Captain America. This nigga can fight is fucking as strong as Captain America.
That's what made Black Panther and Civil War cold was it was all fight.
Yeah.
Like he was all up against Captain America.
That hanger.
He was on Captain America. That bumper, bro. He was on that nigga bumper, bro. Like, look, no.
That hanger scene was incredible.
That nigga was like, nigga, look. I'm after your boy. If you get in my way, you catching these hands.
Yeah, you dog. But I'm saying, but the Black Panther movie was like, I feel like a threat to Tony Stark. Like it was just like the whole intelligence and the smart. Like you saw Black Panther in Civil War just in the suit doing whatever.
Yeah.
But to see the background, like,
Wakanda
is ridiculous.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Wakanda is way more advanced.
So it showed Black Panther stronger than Captain America in Civil War. Then it showed Black Panther is smarter than Tony Stark in the Black Panther movie.
I don't know if it's it's Shuri. Definitely not.
Well, I mean, sure. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like the backup behind it though. Like it's like it gave like Black Panther. That's why I said even with him getting snatched out of this movie, like Black Panther, they made that movie like the setup in Civil War and then the Black Panther movie showed truly how strong this guy was. Like he was strong enough to fight Captain America in Civil War.
Now you got
smart enough to have the people around him to even compete with Tony Stark, you know what I'm saying, and technology.
And quiet as kept. What really stands out in Infinity War that I think that a lot of people are not talking about is we got Thanos coming, right? Thanos came, right? Who army did they call on?
They went straight to Wakanda.
That's the only person in the army.
Like, I don't think they called the army. They said this is the safest place. Remember,
it was hidden. Yeah,
it has that shield. Even though they couldn't even get through that.
Even though it was the safest place, though, what army? They
just still didn't get no outside people.
They didn't get no other people.
It was because there was an attack on Wakanda. I have to go against it.
Even though they didn't call Shield, they could have either said Shield, meet us here.
But who from Shield will help?
You know, my thing with me off was that like the fact that Nick Fury made the call at the end of the movie and this threat was huge and no one reached out to Nick Fury.
Nick Fury has been under the radar since Civil War.
Died. Yeah,
no. Cap knew where he was at.
Cap is rogue though. He can't trust Nick Fury.
Yeah,
he can't trust anybody.
Everybody. That's why the whole point of not even talking still now. Like everybody was like out. That's what I'm saying. I didn't realize it was 3 years into the 3 years later.
Yeah, 3 years.
Like everybody really been on their own shit.
Nobody else. Else got an army besides.
But besides Black Panther,
remember Shield isn't reliable because of the Shield.
Well, Hydra took over.
Hydra. So that's Hydra out of the question. Shield. Nick Fury pretty much went into hiding. So we've got to take these things into consideration. Now, the only reason why there was a Wakanda army, and this is just personal opinion, is because they went to Wakanda for the fight, and Wakanda was being attacked. That's the only reason, because I'm pretty sure.
They would have came to the fight too.
What's her name?
They would have came to the fucking fight.
What were they gonna do? Fly all the Wakandians and everybody out to America?
You think they don't got the technology to do that? I don't think this is
He did say evacuate everybody. Like when they finna drop the shield, he's like evacuate everybody we can. And like you get ready to drop the shield. Like when they
Wakanda got the technology to fly everybody there.
They might, but I doubt that they would put them back in the
they got the
civilization
fucking,
because that would defeat
look at Shield had
the idea of Wakanda.
Shield had the helicarrier. I'm pretty sure Wakanda got something way bigger than
I don't think
helicarrier.
any of that shit exists.
No. I'm saying I bet you Wakanda got a bigger. They got a bigger helicarrier than.
But what we don't know is though because in the Black Panther they was already setting up grounds in L.A. So even getting everybody evacuated out could be like that scatter. Putting people back into. I mean, Black Panther was always like that. Like they had insurgents in America. You know what I'm saying? So the big thing about it was like even when she said it in the movie, like when we were to open up Wakanda, everybody didn't think we was gonna be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was because of that fight. Like everybody just dropping in, but he was already at the end of Black Panther. Like we finna set up this for Shuri in L.A. So telling everybody we're gonna evacuate whatever. I think this is 3 years. I don't know when Black Panther really is.
That's the weird thing. I'm not.
Like, that's really the problem. We don't know the timeline of Black Panther.
Well, it got to be. It's within 3 years for sure because Bucky was there. It happened after Infinity Year. So,
but I feel like it might be a year later. Maybe a year later. Like, but and if that's the case, then we have to assume that Wakanda already set up ground everywhere.
When he woke up, they say he finally woke up. Like, how long was he? Well, how long was Bucky knocked out?
And I
guess that's the question.
If I have to be honest, I think this was the first time I actually heard somebody even mention time in this movie. Like it's been 3 years, and so like every movie we've been watching, we don't have a timeline.
No, because they mentioned it when Captain America came back. He was like even asleep for these many years.
Yeah, but how long ago?
But you know, that kind of was just like we have to do this.
How long ago was the Iron Man event? Because we're trying to establish
the Iron Man event.
How long ago was the
last
announcement?
Iron Man?
No, the
dream.
When
he was Iron Man.
When he told the
how long before any of this.
I know it's before any of this, but like what? Like I'm trying to figure out the timeline.
We can consider that beginning of the Avengers coming together.
Yeah, but how long ago? Like,
we've been in movies. We've been in movies for about 10 years now.
Well, so if Civil War,
probably within the 9th and 8th year.
So Civil War happened 3 years ago. All right. So then, from Civil War to Iron Man, how much time happened in between there?
Everything that happened in Iron Man happened way before Civil War.
Only thing that happened.
How long ago though?
No, because Winter Soldier.
I would assume 6-7 years ago.
Winter Soldier is in the future. Like Winter Soldier is when he.
No, not in the future. Winter Soldier.
Not the future, but like it's supposed to be like present.
Well, keep him. So Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Civil War were kind of all happening in the present, as far as I'm seeing the movies. Because remember, Winter Soldier came after the first Captain America movie.
Yeah.
And they fought, and then Captain America knew something was up, and that was Bucky, whatever. Civil War came, and he followed up behind him. He was like, this is my nigga, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to let y'all take after.
Yeah.
So it happened consecutively.
In comic books, you can't really... I don't know it would be in timeline, but that's what I'm saying. Like I see, like what we are trying to figure out is that like if the movie, even though we saying Iron Man was the first movie, I feel like it started from Captain America's Awakening 2.
Well, technically you're right because remember Captain America was made in the 40s to fight
Red Skull
to fight Nazi regime or whatever. But the only person that knew about it was Tony Stark's father. Right. Tony Stark's father is in that movie.
And Nick Fury.
Nick Fury gained the intelligence after because he wasn't around.
Because at the end of Iron Man, that's when Nick Fury first told him about Tony about the Avengers initiative, and at that point he already knew of everybody.
He knew of everybody because Nick Fury is boss. In the comic books, Nick Fury
we're talking about movies. We're talking about movies.
But in movies, he had to gain a lot of knowledge somehow because he definitely was not around during World War II.
Right, yeah.
World War II. He wasn't around at that time.
That's what I'm saying.
So he had to gain that knowledge.
Nick Fury, to me, in comic books, I know it's probably other characters, but he's probably one of the most mysterious.
Of course.
Like, he's lasted forever.
To a certain extent, yes.
Like I mean, I think,
But-
and the
so
fact
I'm-
that
but I'm not starting from Captain America.
and everything. Like I feel
because
like,
in the comic books, he was around in the early '60s. He had the Sergeant Fury comic books.
yeah, I mean, but I'm saying even like I was like,
which
I read,
was just war-driven comic books, and they tied him into Shield and all that other stuff.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
but
but
I'm saying, like,
so I'm not trying to start from Captain America because I feel like the whole start of this Avenger, even though Captain America was more like a prequel, but it kind of explained his origin from the I Am Iron Man up into Civil War. What is that time frame?
And I agree with Rudy on this because at that time Captain America was frozen.
Yeah.
All the metahumans and everything was not in existence for those 20, 30 years. So it was technically, it would be, I agree, we start with Iron Man first.
Yep, so
and the cool thing they did about the movies was great because if you look back in the comics, Timely Comics started Captain America, then they killed him off, and they didn't bring him back until later when the Avengers started and the Marvel and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
so
that's
the
what I'm saying,
movies have been
like
fairly
you gotta try to follow.
accurate
Like I've been trying to follow the
happens.
comic books.
I'm gonna find it out. I'm gonna figure it out.
And that's
I'm
what
gonna
it
post it
was.
in Geekset. I'm gonna figure out the timeline. I'm gonna post
Because that's
it
what
in
threw me
Geekset.
off.
But Iron Man definitely first.
Yeah.
They had to do Captain America's prequel only because
Well, they
that's
had to
how they
explain-
stay true.
And
to
also,
Captain
they got to
America.
explain how this old ass nigga popped up now and now.
Exactly.
And that's why I said it, because in the first Iron Man, it was still back in the days. Like the first Iron Man, when he was in the cave and all that kind of stuff, it wasn't like 2000s.
No, it was kind of like in the
current, bro.
90s.
That
Was it a current one?
That was current.
Here's the kicker, though. What came out first, Iron Man or the first Hulk movie, or the second Hulk movie? Iron Man first came out, right?
Yeah.
In the second Hulk movie, when Hulk is in, like, I think it was the Alpines where it was just all snow, you can see Captain America.
Like a shield. That's what I was talking about. That's the Easter egg that I was talking about.
So you can definitely see that. So they planned all of this. Now Hulk, those two movies are kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
I like the one.
It was good that they would put them in there, like they put Easter eggs in it to like just to have it. But watching both Hulk movies or in general, it was like I don't know if these are gonna really last.
Bro, the first Hulk movie was so trash.
The Ang Lee one, that's not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The what?
The Ang Lee Hulk.
No,
Is that the first one?
Well, there's only one Hulk.
It's two
No,
Hulks.
there's two Hulks.
It's Hulk, and then it was the Incredible
It's Hulk where they would do the cutscenes
The
with
Hulk
General
is-
Ross
that's-
and the
no,
comic
no.
book stuff.
Hulk
Then they
is-
had the second one with the Abomination.
So that's the
which
only one.
Is
That's the only
technically-
one in the Marvel Cinematic
Technically,
Universe.
yes.
The first one you guys talking about, that's the Ang Lee one. That's the one where he's jumping state to state.
Yeah.
That's the trash
Yeah,
ass
that's
one.
well,
That's
yeah. They were both kind of trash. The second one was way better.
The second
than
one
the
was
first
way better. It's way better than we give credit for.
Yeah.
Because I was watching it the other day and I was like, it's not completely
No,
trash.
I've told people that's actually a really good movie because
Yeah.
of.
I mean, it's Hulk though. Like,
What's his
it's like
name?
my thing is like I'll be like, bro, what are y'all looking for? Hulk didn't even give you good dialogue. Like,
I
what are you
am,
looking
hell
for?
no.
Like,
Like,
Hulk.
he just whooping ass. Like, what are you looking for?
Like it's
In
Hulk.
depth?
I think-
I don't want a green man that can't tear a building down.
Yeah.
Like,
I
need
know,
people to
right?
tear
Like, I
shit
don't want
up.
this
Like,
green man to educate me on how to pay bills and be fucking. No, I want him to kick ass.
Do you guys think that the reason why it was bad because nobody connected with Ed Norton and they probably
Ed Norton fucked his whole thing up
If we
by
would've
backing out.
Yeah.
Now, I believe if he would have stayed,
Ed
he
Norton
would've
actually was really good.
probably-
I actually like
we
Ed
would've
y'all
Norton.
like Ed Norton over Ruffalo?
I like Ruffalo.
No,
Like, Ruffalo
I
was
like
a great
Ed,
choice.
no, I like Ed Norton over Ruffalo.
Do you?
What?
Yup, I like Ed Norton.
I think Ruffalo's Bruce Banner is way better than Ed Norton.
I don't, for two reasons. Ed Norton looks way much more like Bruce Banner.
He does.
But
He looks like it.
Ruffalo is kind of chunky, does
But
not
see,
look
what?
nothing like
Here's
him.
the-
And for two, Ed Norton had the attitude to be Bruce
No,
Banner.
I disagree.
I
Here's the
don't
thing.
believe-
Here's where I disagree.
But Norton,
Ed,
no,
no,
but
here's where I
what's his name does not.
No,
he looks
let
stupid.
me disagree with you. Here's where Ruffalo stands out more than Ed Norton. Where when Ruffalo talks about his struggles between him and Hulk.
But
It's
they
way
gave
more-
him that opportunity.
No, but
it's not even fair to compare that with Ed Norton.
It's more believable because Ed Norton doesn't look like he's going through
It's
it.
not
like-
because they didn't do that with the
Yes,
movies.
they
You
tried.
can't,
So the
you
problem-
cannot compare that.
so the problem I have-
When they transferred it over to Avengers, they had way better writers. You can't compare the two.
No, okay,
because
I'm
they did
Ruffalo.
not do
Now,
it.
what I said-
They
now,
did
what I will
not
say,
do a
Team
good
Ruffalo.
job.
Ed Norton,
Ruffalo
I love
won.
Ed Norton. Ed Norton actually.
I think Ed Norton would have been a way better
But
Bruce
I
Banner.
think
disagree.
because of how they made Hulk now, where even how we just talk about how even in this movie where the struggle with him figuring it out,
Yeah.
the struggle of Ruffalo's face of trying to really like he's tired. Like of all the movies they put him in,
we haven't. It's not fair to compare that because we haven't given Norton.
I feel like Norton.
We haven't given Norton that. You got to think Norton has played some extremely extreme roles, such as the bald-headed dude in fucking American History X. And he nailed that. So I have no doubt in my mind that he would have been able to do that.
I think he would have killed it.
Ruffalo to me at times seems like he is just giving up on the Hulk thing, and that's what kills it for me to a certain extent, because his facial expressions and the way he acts, except for this last movie.
But wait a minute, but that's
where
he was happy to be Bruce and being the Hulk Buster.
But that's the thing is though, if you look at those whole comic books, Bruce Banner is technically done with trying to be the Hulk. He is so tired of having to struggle with.
But that was so long ago. At this point right now, where we're at, Bruce Banner has come to an agreement with Hulk, which I was bringing up with the Avengers movie. That hey, I can bring out Hulk when I want to, and you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
He actually did it in the last Avengers movie.
Exactly, kind of like how
he did it in front of
kind of like how Brock had gained control of Venom.
Yeah,
kind of how like Brock. That's why I feel that Ed Norton would have been visually would have been a better looking Bruce Banner.
What I agree with you,
but I think Ed Norton would have definitely had that dynamic. Now, something that Ruffalo does that Ed Norton that I don't think he'd be able to do is kind of bridge that barrier between seriousness and to a certain extent comedic. And I don't think Ed Norton would have been able to do that. That's why I'm not upset at Ruffalo being, and I'm content.
I also don't believe Ed Norton being the smart genius.
No, he had to look for smart genius.
But he looks like it.
Not to me.
So my thing was
who was the first Hulk? That nigga didn't look like him.
But see, I said
that motherfucker. You were looking at him like what?
I didn't agree with Ferrigno was a good Bruce. Who?
Lou Ferrigno.
See, I don't even know his name.
No, but
but I know who Lou Ferrigno is. Hell no. Why would I?
No, but see, here's the thing.
Wait, you talking about the original?
Yeah, the original.
No, I'm talking about the movie Hulk.
I don't know who that nigga is.
Exactly.
I know. But look, here's the thing, though. Here's what Ruffalo, here's the thing. So, to me, Norton, he seems more like a bro. Like, he seems like to me, he seems like he can go. Like, he can fight. Like, hand to hand.
Like, Ruffalo looks like he don't know what to do as he's Bruce.
Yeah.
Like, I am just a scientist.
And I agree with you on that.
And that's why I believe in more Ruffalo.
I agree with you on that because definitely, that's always been one of Bruce's things. You know what I'm saying? He's a scientist. He doesn't look like he's going to turn into the Hulk, and he has that hand-to-hand combat. But I have enough faith in Ed Norton's fucking acting that he could definitely pull.
But it's not about the acting. I think it's about the look.
But the look
that's like
how big is Ed Norton though?
Tell me a movie. It's like trying to make you see Ed Norton really sad about something.
It's like trying to make Hugh Jackman.
I'm always gonna reference American History X because I believe that was one of his best roles. When he stopped being a Nazi and he figured out, oh my God, what the fuck am I doing?
I got the best analogy, bro.
He could have channeled that. And he could have been. But you know what, Rudy? I side with you too. Because to a certain extent, I don't feel that he would have gave me the feel that Ruffalo does now in these movies.
Like the fight of no, like the Hulk fight of Ruffalo. Like picture Ed telling Hulk no, like that whole get out.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. I agree to that. But visually, I did like Edward Norton.
Oh, visually, I like him. Yeah,
this is better than
Ruffalo. It's like if you try to make Hugh Jackman play a nerd. It won't make won't make no sense.
But he's played some bitch ass roles. Like he played the dude from Barnum and Bailey
Circus movies. And it was not believable.
Have you seen the movie? Okay, you can't say that. I haven't seen the movie, but he played one of the Barnum and Bailey brothers. In the new Barnum and Bailey.
You telling me you believe that Hugh Jackman
He also played that magician. I forgot what magician.
He did play a magician movie. I remember
he played an absolute incredible role where he was the sub-magician, where he was not the greatest magician, where he went ahead and I forget the fucking movie. It's one of the best movies I've seen.
He's fucking Van Helsing, fam.
But Van Helsing.
Hugh Jackman is one of the greatest guys. Look.
Hugh Jackman can play various roles.
He can be
Ed Norton to me. He's just too badass to play a nerd, bro.
Yeah, I feel like
I can't see him play.
I agree.
If you think about the Hulk movie that they put him in, it was less Bruce.
Yes,
more
Hulk. No, you know what? And I do, and I'm not disagreeing with any of that because I am content with Ruffalo playing Hulk right now. I have been, but I think visually. I think Edward Norton, and I gotta give him the opportunity.
Like the banter, like Edward Norton.
No, you know what? You're right. I couldn't either.
Like Mark Ruffalo truly embodied a geek.
But at the same time,
he's not brute.
But at the same time, they don't give Ruffalo the props of being this genius scientist.
They don't.
Where he looks stupid.
They don't.
So that's where he wins at.
Yeah,
you know?
they don't.
Because the only props they gave him was Age of Ultron. Even at that time,
Age of
fucking
Ultron.
Tony still held him.
Yeah.
You know?
Like they haven't, what I don't like is they giving even Bruce like more of a Hulk mind. He's supposed to be a fucking genius. Like he, you know what I'm saying? And so
They give him a sense of cowardice, which was okay because, you know, Bruce Banner at certain
he was always gonna get me mad.
He was always kind of a coward because he didn't want Hulk to come out.
Yeah, it wasn't even a coward.
Really
it wasn't a coward. He know that if it comes down to Hulk, shit's gonna get bad.
Well, he hated Hulk for ages, for years. He tried to separate himself.
So I wouldn't call it a cowardice. It was more being. It was more smart.
A coward.
I wouldn't say a coward because you gotta think he knows that if he turns to Hulk, shit's gonna go bad.
But the thing is,
it wasn't a coward. He didn't want to. I'm like, bro, I don't want to get in because I know that if I get in, shit's going to the motherfucker.
He didn't like being Hulk because of
but that's not a coward.
Yes, because it was his cowardice of not being able to control it. It wasn't until
that's not a coward.
It wasn't until later on.
I think it's our definition of coward. To me, a cowardice is to me, a coward is like well, I don't want to fight because I'm scared that I'm gonna hurt.
Why?
He's more scared that he's gonna hurt other people.
Here's the perfect example.
I think he was starting to get more control with that.
No, here's the perfect example. Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
When he was in Thor Ragnarok, he said he hasn't been Bruce in so long because he just said fucking allowed fucking Hulk to take over instead of him controlling the Hulk because he was done. He was done. It is extremely a coward because he always. I'm
gonna have to do. Our definition of coward is different. Then I'm gonna have to disagree.
No, it is somebody who's scared. It's straight up the first door to your left. Second door to your left, because the first one will lead you to the Hulk.
My definition
Rudy,
of coward
listen to
is
this
different,
though.
bro.
He always struggled and he always hated Hulk because Hulk was not who he was. And Hulk wasn't who he was because he was a very passive person. He couldn't control it. So he gave up to a certain extent. It wasn't until recent that he couldn't. That is extremely a coward. When you can't, when you give up on something and you say, I can't control it anymore.
It's not.
Fuck it.
It wasn't because he. But,
I don't want to turn into him because I know that something's going to happen and I can't control
wasn't scared
it. That's why he disappeared. That's why he left.
That's not to me. The coward is the person who's scared to fight because they're scared that they're going to hurt themselves.
But that's why he didn't. He
wasn't scared that he was going to hurt himself. He was scared that he was going to hurt other people, and innocent people. Even when he left, the reason why he left is because when he was fighting against the Hulkbuster, he looked at all the damage that happened to the city. He looked at everybody looking at him like a monster, and he felt bad that he made them scared,
right?
And that's why he left. That's not a coward. That's because I'm feeling fucked up that I made these people scared.
Put it in this perspective.
That's not a coward.
He could not control the Hulk. And he did not attempt to try to control the Hulk. So he was scared enough that he had to leave. That is ultimately the definition of a coward. It wasn't almost 2 hours. It was actually 2 hours. It wasn't until Infinity War where he was like, I need to gain control and I need to call you on the Hulk. That is a coward. So Rudy just explained that when he saw the destruction that the Hulk made when Hulkbuster suit came out, he saw
how the people was looking at him. That's why he That's not a coward.
That is because he did not attempt to gain control of the Hulk.
We got different definitions of cowardness.
So because of that, he said, I am going to take this flight. I'm going to turn off the GPS. Y'all aren't going to find me because I'm not going to hurt anybody because I'm too scared to try to gain control of the Hulk.
How are you a coward? Because you don't want to hurt nobody.
He couldn't control the Hulk. He gave up on controlling the Hulk.
But he been trying though. Like
he gave up on controlling the Hulk.
What makes the Ruffalo thing so good is that in every moment that you see Hulk, with like that whole, he's always been trying. Like at the
end, when he disappeared after Civil War, Age of Ultron, he completely gave up. He gave full control to the Hulk because he said, "I can't."
But I mean, that's the Planet Hulk story anyway. Like
that is the definition of a coward.
Like the whole Planet Hulk story.
I am scared, so I'm done. Hulk, take over.
I'm scared to hurt people. That's not a coward, bro.
But it's not necessarily people. It's just the hope of giving up, the hope of not being able to go.
You said, you really Liv is giving him an adult conversation. Like you didn't want to be a responsible adult,
right?
Yeah.
like I'm looking at it this way. If me, you, and Bacardi get into a fight, and I'm like, oh shit, niggas about to whoop us, and I run, I'm a fucking coward.
You're a coward.
But if I'm like, dog, I know if I get in this fight, I'm going to kill these motherfuckers, and I don't want to kill these motherfuckers.
I'm a blackout.
That's not a coward.
But that's, you know what? But you're right. I agree with you on that. But at the end of the day, you ain't got the Hulk coming out and you, and you don't have to battle having to control that. Right. That's why I say that he's a coward, because he wasn't putting in the effort to try to control that power of the Hulk. I think until this movie.
I feel like though, if you think about it, though,
and I got a piss too.
Think about the interaction.
We got
the actual Hulk.
We got 2:30, bro.
We got 2. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say my little pass. Like, think about the interaction
I'm trying to doubt it.
That the Hulk had with people throughout the movies. Like, I mean, when they like Hulk smash, Hulk had character.
Yeah.
What I loved about this Hulk, the Ruffalo Hulk over Ed Norton, is they didn't give the Ed Norton Hulk conversation.
They didn't.
He was all anger. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And they didn't have Hulk didn't fall in love already with Black Widow. They didn't put.
Well, they had him fall in love with old girl.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but they didn't put Hulk. They didn't put this Hulk into so much conflict, even as the Hulk, not as Ruffalo.
I still think the Hulk and fucking Black Widow relationship is weird as fuck.
That was definitely weird. It threw me the fuck off. And even when they came back, and she like, hey, and I'm like,
hey, what was that?
Gave her the hey big head type shit.
Was
like,
it Falcon? He was like, this is awkward.
This is definitely awkward. Like, how you know about niggas? All this nobody business. You know what I'm saying? How he know about it? How fam know about it already?
You know he knew about it. He had all the fucking tea in the regard.
Right, he been all in the tea. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit.
But I mean, so I feel like the way they gave this Hulk so much emotion already.
Yep.
The difference between this Hulk and Edward Norton's Hulk is I feel they gave Hulk more background character.
Right.
Of a struggle with Bruce. Like, we know Bruce is a genius and he's smart and whatever, but the fact that we can look at this at Ruffalo's Bruce, like, he's kind of stupid and he whatever, and you want the Hulk. Because the Hulk has showed more character than just being a hulking giant. You know what I'm saying? He didn't hell. You know what I'm saying?
Where they started giving Hulk character was in Thor Ragnarok.
Well, I mean, but they gave him character to enough that we also all was like, bro, they made this motherfucker a child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they gave him a character.
So yeah, I thought that was cool.
So that's what I said. Like, I think the problem with Ed Norton's Hulk in this one was like Ed Norton didn't develop Hulk.
No.
Ed Norton was all Ed Norton.
At the time that those movies came out, though, I don't think they even had a lead. I don't think they even had an idea as to where they were going to take it. They were just dropping comic books.
Because you remember he had them weak ass dogs. He was the Hulk dogs and shit. That shit was boss trash.
Boss trash.
This nigga was hiding the tweets from Hulk dogs.
But at the same time, Universal owned that property, so I'm not going to include it. In the position.
I'm glad we never saw Hulk dogs
Universe. I know, me too.
I'm so glad.
And who was the villain in that? It was
Abomination.
Wait,
no, it wasn't Abomination.
No, in the second one, Abomination. The first one,
it was.
Who was the villain in the first?
I don't know, man. I gave up on that.
I think
it was just the government.
I honestly thought it was just the government before, like they found out the subject, like they started testing the stuff off his blood or whatever.
You know what's super dope though? I'm happy that they continue to bring General Ross into the movie because General Ross at the end of the day ends up as Red Hulk.
Yep.
And that maybe we might see that. Who knows?
I mean, that's what my thing is. Like, I feel like the character, like what makes Marvel really good with all their characters, they give so much character to them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, as much as we can always, like, I really hope we get a real Hulk movie. Like, I want Hulk. Hulk done does so much that you don't have to give me a Hulk. You don't have to even give me a Hulk where he just terrorizing the street. Give me Grey Hulk. Give me a movie of him having a conflict with Hulk, but there's a threat, and it's him trying to figure out how to control Hulk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the movie, we finally get that Bruce Banner that can just snap on Hulk whenever you want to.
And that's what they're leading to, because they already started doing it, which is great, because now that gives Bruce power over Hulk.
So they got to give him a threat. Like, you can give me a Hulk movie. Give me a threat that Bruce learns how to just snap it on and off. You know what I'm saying? Give me more character out of
they can't give us another Hulk movie because, like you said, with General Ross and Red Hulk, they can.
He's always a threat though.
Well, they can't because it's a Universal movie, and they've already said they have no plans.
Do Universal still own the rights, or they did? Oh, they still
do. They have no. I don't want to see a Hulk movie.
Why not?
Because Hulk never had really great story development.
The Red Hulk, that Hulk.
But that's different. That all came in the late '90s, early 2000s.
So give it to us now.
That's different. Like
it's a one-off.
They can do a Red Hulk, but I don't care specifically for a Hulk movie anymore because Hulk even though he was a super dope character, he's never had a great
I'm really mad.
story.
I'm mad they didn't give him a really long story.
If they did Wolverine versus the Hulk, which they can't anymore because that's Wolverine's first appearance, is Hulk 181, that would be dope. But they're not going to.
They give him a one-off. They're saying
it would make no sense though, Rudy, because we're already so
it doesn't have to be
entrapped.
It doesn't have to be in the universe.
It would just be like some kind of story.
But that because
I think we lost hope in movies.
But we ain't in stories no more. We in continuation. I'm good.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
We in continuation right now.
I see what you're saying. For where we're at in the Marvel universe, I can agree with you. Like, because I mean, even having like a Hulk versus Wolverine would then be like an origin story. You know what I'm saying? Like
an origin Wolverine movie.
Right, so I get it, but...
By the way, just off topic, have y'all seen the Hulk versus Wolverine?
Yeah, I saw it.
Cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It wasn't like a double feature.
And,
like a Hulk
with the Thor one, and Hulk Planet Hulk, where he beats the living shit out of Beta Ray Bill into the motherfucking ground. I was kind of salty, dog. You want to know what that is the best Marvel movie.
You want to know what I was salty about?
That one is? That was like,
you want to know what I was salty of on Old Man Logan that I was hoping that they did? Was the Hulk family when
in Old Man Logan?
Yeah, Old Man Logan when he had to fight the Hulk family.
That was a disgusting episode. I remember reading that.
I was like, I want them to do that shit. But
I remember reading it. I was really mad that they made Hulk such an ingrate. Like that.
They made him country as
a
big. He was fucking his cousins.
He told everybody we out here just living. You know what I'm saying? Eating people on whatever.
It was savage.
Man, we had a 2.5 right
now. Let's get into it.
I feel like we did everything.
We did it justice.
I know. I can keep talking.
Like I definitely.
I gotta upload this. We can't.
I know. You're gonna be uploading all night. You're gonna wake up tomorrow to a failed upload and be like,
But I think as far as Infinity War, for one, I do agree. It was probably it led up to be one of the greatest movies right now to this date. You know what I'm saying, for Marvel.
Because other than this, Civil War and Winter Soldier were
they were tabular. If you really think about the first Avengers was the Avengers. Civil War.
Who did they fight in the first Avengers?
The Kree. Not the Kree.
It was the Kree. No, it was not the Kree. It was the T'Challa.
Yeah.
So
and Loki.
Yep, and Loki. So I'm saying it was the first Avengers where you got just of everybody at that moment that was already out, like Thor, Captain America. Everybody had their 1-2 movies. And, you know what I'm saying? Then we got Civil War. Which is
technically Avengers.
Right, which technically is another Avengers.
Which it premiered Spider-Man, which is great.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And Black Panther.
So it unveils so much of that, and then we get the Age of Ultron. I feel like Age of Ultron was our first movie of like so many people on screen.
But I didn't like, Age of Ultron. Wait. Failed so hard.
Age of Ultron came before Avengers.
No, it came after.
Before Civil War.
Yeah, it came before Civil War.
Yeah, because that's what opened up Tony to say.
Oh yeah,
that's what opened up Tony to say we need to. We need
something to say.
We tore our country up.
Exactly.
We like here being wild.
So that first, and then Civil War, which caused the conflict.
Yep.
So Age of Ultron was like, as far as it's in the Avengers timeline, like Age of Ultron, like how they there hasn't been a movie that we've ever watched in our day that I can honestly say that had a mix of so many characters.
This is the first time. This is the
first movie with the most.
Well, not even movie. This is the first time legit. Think about every movie that we ever. This is the first legit 10-year universe in movies.
We had everybody.
Ever.
Niggas had M'Baku in that motherfucker.
We had everybody. This is why Marvel continues to win. That they invested so much in building a universe, which it makes sense. There's never been a movie studio that, at most, they'll invest in a trilogy.
Yeah.
This is the first time. This is 18 movies.
18 movies.
The only thing that comes close to it, and it's not even close, but it comes close to it, is The Dark Knight. And Star Wars. Star Wars. But I don't consider Star Wars
is now trying to do that.
No. I don't consider Star Wars only because it's under the same imprint, which is Disney.
Oh, yeah. Now it is.
But that's the thing. Now with them doing the Solo movie, with them doing, they're going to do the Boba Fett movie.
Well, the last two movies,
they did Rogue One.
Episode 1, 2, and 3 was terrible.
But like I said, with Rogue One, see the thing about it is
Disney has the formula.
They know that.
Exactly.
Well, because
exactly.
they know that a universe is something that you can invest in.
Exactly.
Because, and that's how you can keep on going. Because, like I said, you got to think if they're doing the Boba Fett movie, they're doing the Solo movie. That means that they're diving into people.
They can damn near take
no, and you know what? You know what? There's
other
other movie
there's plenty
companies that's doing that. Like Universal, you're trying to do that. They did the first Tom Cruise movie, The Mummy. They're trying.
Yeah, they're trying to do that.
They're doing.
See,
they're
now
doing
now movies are doing it, but Marvel was the first.
Yeah, Marvel was
exactly.
the first. Marvel
exactly.
Like I feel like
Marvel
we getting that with Glass, like even with the Mr. Glass and everything now, like that.
Right.
That's been shit in the making for longest.
No, right,
And
but I'm pretty sure M. Night Shyamalan had no
love for M.
on
Night. M.
doing-
Night's so trash. I hate that name.
No,
I hate M. Night.
You cannot not like.
First of all,
movies,
Glass was dope.
You can't like.
I mean, not Glass.
You gotta like Glass. No, Glass is.
Glass hasn't came out yet, bro. It's all go ahead in this.
Yeah, sure.
It's Split and Unbreakable.
He has
Unbreakable.
He has
You
four
can't
movies.
Sixth Sense though.
You can't hit on the Sixth Sense. You can't hit on Signs.
He has
Like Signs.
Wait.
You can't hate on
Signs.
motherfucking.
Wait. Signs, like you said.
Yep.
What was the other one?
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. You can't hate on Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
You can't hate on Split.
Split.
You
That's
can't
it.
hate. No.
That's it.
You can't hit on. I can't ever remember the name of the movie,
All
but
his
it's the
movies is trash.
Grandparents movie.
Out
The
of
Grandparents movie is good.
No.
The Grandparents movie.
The
is good.
Grandparents movie was
What
actually
Grandparents
that just came out like 2 years ago.
Those is only 4 movies that are good.
No,
all
the
M.
Grandparents
Night.
movie.
Every
The Grandparents movie.
That's what pissed me off.
The
No.
Grandparents movie good.
When he
was
came
because-
out with Signs and he came out with Sixth Sense and Unbreakable, I'm like, oh, M. Night's dope.
No.
And then he did a string of shitty ass.
The Visit. The Visit.
Trash.
No, The Visit was not trash.
The Visit. Visit was not shine.
Trash.
Fan, The Visit was not trash.
The Visit was not.
Fucking
Because
Devil.
remember they was
Happening,
crazy.
trash.
Remember the grandparents.
Village, trash.
Remember the grandparents actually like
Last Airbender, trash.
No, but that's cool. But the Devil was not trash.
Devil was good.
After
Okay.
Earth, trash.
That was
If you
good.
have not seen
After Earth,
if
trash.
you have not seen Lady in the Water,
Trash.
you cannot.
I
You
don't
can-
Trash.
Have you seen it?
I think I've
Yes.
seen it.
What's it about?
Yes. That's why I hate him.
What's it about, Rudy?
No,
I gotta
I
gotta pull this whole
I know I
No,
see it.
because he's just on the trash.
No, I know.
What it's about?
This is the thing. Because I fuck with
No,
M.
you
Night.
avoided the
No,
question.
you ain't listening. I fuck with M. Night from the jump.
Right.
And this is why he pissed me off.
Stuart Little is trash.
What?
Stuart Little is trash.
M. Night Shyamalan and Stuart Little.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Stuart Little, go.
I didn't know that.
Stuart Little, go. I'm gonna go on record and say Stuart Little, go.
Wait, he did. I didn't know he did.
Stuart Little, go.
He did Stuart Little.
Now you get
Yeah.
disrespectful now. You know
He
that
did
nigga tried to gym with Stuart Little, nigga.
Dog, I'd rather watch a Michael Bay movie than M. Night.
No, I would not.
I hate
Because
M.
at
Night.
least,
Now you're
at
reaching.
least,
M. Night
unless,
is my
at least M. Night reaches.
M. Night is my most hated director.
Like the visit was
Most
so
hated
good.
director.
The Visit was
because
good.
of the ending.
Yes,
like,
The Visit was good.
M. Night, the reason why you hate M. Night Shyamalan is because
Of the other movies.
it's because of that. His whole setup is throwing you the fuck off.
And
But
because
I'm
he's
okay with
ugly
that.
as a bitch.
I'm okay with that when
look
it
at
makes
this
sense.
motherfucker.
Right, and that's what it is. Like,
I mean,
like,
who want to watch a movie with a motherfucker that look like this?
He has-
Look at him.
He
Look at him.
he has more misses than hits. With
But
his,
I mean,
with his
He
twist.
does. He does.
And that's why I hate him.
no,
because it's
but
twist.
you
But
can't
it's his
hate him
twist.
because Unbreakable was such a great movie.
Such a
Like,
great
what
movie.
make my thing
Great,
is like-
great.
Split was dope.
Dope.
Now I'm judging him based off these movies because he can capitalize off.
No,
them.
no, no.
I'm expecting Glass to be absolutely amazing.
You
But that's
know,
why that universe
he already
is doing
Now
unveiled.
The Visit.
He already unveiled a trailer of Glass at one
have
of those
no
film
look,
festivals or
I
whatever.
hate M.
The
Night.
Visit was a great movie.
The Visit was only good at the end.
No,
I hate M.
I mean,
Night.
it was a good movie, but
It was a good movie.
Like I said, like M. Night Shyamalan is only good because the twist has to make sense. Like the
Yes.
village twist pissed me the
But
fuck.
why? But okay,
They was in a
I
goddamn
gotta-
park.
I
They was in a
gotta
park,
ask y'all.
nigga, like-
I gotta ask y'all something because I actually like The Visit.
Them niggas was in a
Now,
park. cuz.
I was watching The Visit and I thought that it was in the setting of pre-1900s and I was like, oh my god, I was like, what are these monsters, to only find out that they're actually in the present time and that they're being secluded. What is wrong with that?
Because
Why
it was
is
in the
that so
fucking
bad?
park.
Exactly.
Wait.
Look at the psychological. Look at the psychological.
Stop.
Fucking.
Pause.
I feel like that was the first movie
We
about
gotta
vegans.
stop this before.
That was the first movie about vegans.
We can talk about this afterwards. We gotta end this. We had 2:30.
We gotta end it.
All right. So before we go, a couple of things that I do want to announce. So like I said, if you are watching this, I mean, it's gonna be on we're gonna post it on our Facebook, but make sure you subscribe to Geekset Podcast.
Bro, this is a podcast
on YouTube.
right here.
This
This
is
is rip the audio. This is a podcast.
I am.
We definitely did a podcast.
But make sure you go to youtube.com/Geekset Podcast. Also, we have a P.O. box. So for those who want to send us stuff, who wants to, like, if you got comics that you want us to review, if you got things that you want that you want to share, like artwork, things like that, send it to. I'm gonna put it in the scroll. P.O. box 241-474.
I looked at it. Well, I'm
Milwaukee,
sorry.
Wisconsin.
Why did this motherfucker pull his shades down? Why did he want to look cool at this moment?
Why
We got a
not?
P.O. box.
We got a
We got a P.O. box.
P.O. box 241-474.
You my nigga down.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin 53223. It will be in the description below. Geekset is also going to be doing something. This is going to be announcing. We're going to be doing a live podcast, and we're going to be involved in the CLC program with MPS schools on May 10th to make sure, like I said, you guys look for that. We're going to be doing something
That whole
special
thing
with
we
that.
described in our chat about how Rudy
We
saves
are
us.
completely disrespecting Rudy.
It's all right. It's
We
all
are
right. Because
completely
it's going to be
disrespecting.
that whole in annotation.
That whole thing I put in the chat about how Rudy saves us is literally
Annotation.
We are disrespecting
It's
him. We don't
annotation.
care about anything he's saying right now. The Amsterdam is getting to my motherfucking
We
brain.
hood
I'm
right
over
now.
here
Don't be-
flexing. I'm
we
showing
hood
off my
right.
tattoos.
It's gonna be
Like,
in
look at
annotations no matter what. And then Geekset on the YouTube. I'm like I said, I've already announced it, but we're gonna be doing comic books with Lib. We got our Twitch. Make sure you go to
Yeah, we got the Twitch going. I'm taking
Twitch.
glasses off now. I feel
Yeah,
I
we
feel
got our
crazy.
Twitch already started. So
So
make
Twitch
sure.
is gonna be going. We got the Geekset Twitch. Like we definitely gonna make sure that's gonna be big. I want everybody. If you game, definitely jump into the Geekset group. Let us know. We want to do like some kind of like
Watch
Twitch of
me
the week.
whoop motherfuckers ass on Dragon
Yeah,
Ball
we want to do a
Fighter
Twitch
Z.
of the week. I mean, right now we're all cross-platform. Like I'm on Xbox and these guys are on PS4.
We
but-
ain't cross-platform. He's only on Xbox. We are on PlayStation and on iPhones.
So-
This motherfucker don't understand.
So if you see the Twitch of the Geekset Podcast online, definitely jump into any.
Jump into
it could be one. It could be me or it could be one of these guys.
Yep,
we definitely
yep,
will be twitching a lot of gameplay. Right now I'm playing a lot of Overwatch. I know Liv's playing Dragon Ball.
Playing a lot of Dragon Ball.
Fighters.
Fighters.
Like, so
I'm
we
playing
gonna be-
everything. So
Yeah, so we're gonna be like, I definitely want to start doing something because I got a lot of games I gotta beat.
yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying. So I'm probably gonna start a Twitch, like even Twitching myself.
Ron
starting-
is definitely the gamer.
That's the
I
gamer,
play
yeah.
a few games a
Liv's
year,
gonna be doing it.
but I beat them.
Look, like I said,
Yeah.
Geekset Podcast. Oh, youtube.com/Geekset Podcast. Make sure you look out for that. We're gonna be doing a lot of comic book shopping with Lib.
Yes,
Is that what we're gonna be
yes.
seeing?
I will be out here rare hunting. I'm like motherfucking Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm the motherfucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
master of the motherfucking comic books. I'm gonna be out here
Why
hunting
you-
for rare
Out of
comic
all,
books.
out of all, you could choose
Because
an Ash.
no, because Yu-Gi-Oh is the rare hunter. You know, he the rare hunter.
Yeah, Ash
he
was good.
coined the rare hunter.
Did he?
You know, yes, of course, he's
I'm-
the rare
I'm
hunter.
really more
so
mad
I'm
at you
out
watch
here
Yu-Gi-Oh. I
being
gotta
a
watch
rare
Yu-Gi-Oh.
hunter. I'm gonna be my first video is gonna be a Vortex Comics, and I'm gonna be hunting for probably I'm probably looking for I'm either gonna be looking for Black Panther's first.
I'm gonna need that part. I'm gonna need
First,
parts of that.
Thanos first, or I'm gonna be looking for the X-Men, giant size X-Men. I can't remember the number, but it's the first appearance of Storm and all those other motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout because I'm gonna be out here rare hunting for comic books, and you're gonna also see me out here at these motherfucking flea markets getting these bum ass niggas for they motherfucking comic books.
He's gonna
They
do it out
ain't even
there.
gonna know. They ain't even gonna know, bro. But I'm gonna be out here swindling motherfuckers. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, he already out
And then,
here.
like I said, on the Geekset YouTube channel, we're gonna be doing a lot of more deep dives. We're gonna be doing a lot of more just comic book origins. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of things and give you guys a lot of content.
Man,
so
you doing too much selfie. It's a live video.
It's
cuz.
right, it's live video. But
What
other
you
than
waiting for,
that,
Snap? I mean, hold on. Because don't we have something coming up on May 10th?
I
Yes.
just said I already announced it.
Did you announce it?
Yeah.
Did you? We're gonna be
I'm gonna
we're
need
gonna
you
be
to
working with
announce it
MPS
again.
on
We
May
gotta-
10th,
Yeah.
teaching these kids about the geek culture, and they are gonna love us.
So yeah, May
If
10th.
you are a fan of us, we ain't gonna cuss.
Oh, wait a
We
minute.
cannot cuss.
Wait a minute.
all this talk that we were talking about, I forgot.
Oh!
We're going to be at the two events that we're going to be at.
Big events.
Big events. Way later on in the year, we're back at MightyCon again. So for those who was at that MightyCon, make sure y'all check us out. We are back. We're going to be doing live podcasts. It's going to be bigger and better. And then we're going to be at
WakandaCon.
The official WakandaCon, the first WakandaCon. You will see us there reporting live, possibly doing a live podcast. Stay up to date. GeeksetPodcast.com. Make sure you go to GeeksetPodcast.com. We have merch. We have t-shirts. We have fucking buttons. We have stickers. We have everything for you guys to jump a part of this Geekset podcast. Make sure you go there. Again, all that is going to be in these annotations. It's going to be in the description down below. Yo.
Yes, and before we let you go,
I
got more. If you got rare comic books, you finna get robbed.
I'm tired of them.
Geekset Podcast.
Okay, we out of here.
We out of here, y'all.